depths of my soul, feeling the loss of control in a spirit so colorful. If you feel it, then let's go to a place where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising,
Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to the Toon Review YouTube channel, where tonight it is fan forum celebration time homage to Newcastle United's new owners. We've finally been taken over. The euphoria is still going on. It will do for many, many moons. Unfortunately, the only slight darkened cloud over St. James at the moment is the fact that Mr. Bruce is still there, but we'll come on to that. Danielle, good evening to my little co-host there.
Hello.
Saw Head the other day.
It was rank. It was you know what? I was an absolute disgrace to myself, a complete embarrassment, really. But
listen, it was well deserved for everybody. That's a certainty. Guys, like I say, the link to join the show tonight is in the comments. I don't know how many people will be wanting to get on, but I'm going to go along the same lines I normally do, and everybody can stay on as long as they want, unless we get an influx of people, but we'll soon see. We do have chat moderators in again tonight, so if you're thinking about spamming or doing anything stupid in the chat, screw you, quite honestly. But we may as well bring some guests in and get this show on the road. We've got quite a few waiting. Some are very interestingly dressed up. Jason, Billy, PD Proudlock, Ryan is somewhere, but his camera's off. But I've seen what he's dressed as, and I can hear Santa Claus. We've got another Billy. We've got Sheikh Adam Pearson. We've got Dave Harrison. And we've got Annie. Good evening, people.
Good evening to everyone.
Right, well, we'll start with you. Look at Ryan. I mean, what the hell is going on with that?
What the hell is happening?
I mean, yeah, that's impressive stuff, Ryan. I have to say. Very, very impressive. Guys, just to let you know, as we went live tonight, I'm 99 away from 4,000 subscribers, which is absolutely unbelievable for me, being this little Toon channel. 1,000 subscribers have gone through in less than 2 weeks, which is incredible. So thank you to everybody. So if you do enjoy the show tonight, guys, please do remember to hit the like button for me. And also, if you haven't already and you like what you see, please do consider subscribing and help me get up to that 4K and march on. Right, Jason, we'll start with you, matey. Has the euphoria died down in your house yet?
Well, it's only me that's the Newcastle fan, isn't it? Because my family's all Palace fans.
You've had a drink with the cats, have you?
Drink with the cats? Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I mean, how are you feeling being down there? I mean, has the takeover got much media down there?
Not really. I finally did get someone at work today asked me who I supported, and I was like, the richest team in the fucking world, mate.
Billy, what about yourself? Obviously, you were doing as many streams as I was last week, and it was I found myself absolutely exhausted by Sunday night. I was dead on my feet. I think it was just adrenaline, euphoria, being in front of cameras for so long and going to St. James's Park and it still hasn't really sunk in, and I don't think it will for quite a few weeks yet. But how's life been for you?
Oh, fantastic! I've been following my Man United supporting mates and Liverpool supporting mates and Chelsea and Villa and even Coventry City fans have had it. So yeah, it's been a fantastic 5 or 6 days. And it's not died down yet, and we're still waiting. I've still got cans left for when Bruce gets the tin tack, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's more drink, although I don't think Danielle will be touching it, to be honest. I think she's learned a lesson. Good evening, Sheikh Pearson. How are you?
Good evening, Paul. I'm fine. Well done, 94,000 subscribers, by the way.
And just to mention for Adam, he hit 10,000. Was it yesterday, matey?
Yeah,
or the day before? So massive congratulations to Adam, up at 10,000. I hope to be there one day. But yeah, you went to the under-23s last night, mate. You saw Shelby in action, and I mean, was there a buzz around, anyone at the under-23 game last night? Was it a different feeling? Do you think?
I don't know what the attendance is normally like. There was a couple of hundred people there. I don't know what that's normally like, but in terms of going there, I think the team definitely had that sort of uplift. I mean, now these under-23 players that their jobs are on the line essentially because they're going to be caring about the youth team now. So we'll see how it goes. But I think in terms of the team and the fans, I mean, everyone's excited. We were sitting in this live stream last Tuesday depressed, and now they're sitting on the complete opposite emotion. So, I mean, it's a great week for everyone involved. Fascinating.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Most of us were sitting on the fan forum here last Tuesday and thinking, Jesus Christ, where does this club go? And then 48 hours later, we have new owners. Tony, you can get lost with your funny comments. Camel rides are £6.10 for anyone who wants one. Billy Watts, how you doing?
All right, mate.
Yeah, not too bad. What's it been like for you?
No, very good. Finally, we're going to be noticed as a good team. Personally for me, I hope Cabbage goes this week, but you never know, what I mean? We could keep him for one more game. Hopefully not, because, we'll get absolutely fucking destroyed by Harry Kane. We do.
We'll come on to Mr. Bruce, don't worry. Ryan, I have no idea what you're wearing. I don't know whether you're celebrating the takeover or you're just pretending to be a Canadian Mountie riding a horse. I'm not sure.
No, it's the Magpie drip.
All right.
Can I get full screen for a second? I got a big speech here.
2 seconds. Let me wow, this is exciting. How do I make him full screen?
Click on his 3 initials when you go onto his profile.
Yeah, I've done that. Edit name, edit mic settings, kick from studio, or ban from studio. I really don't want to do any of them.
Solo thing.
Oh, solo layout. There you go.
All
it's
right,
all yours, mate.
Any fan like me, not even just a Canadian, but anyone that's been supporting this club when they're shit. We are the richest fucking club in the world now. And these people, it's the best feeling, man. We're the richest club in the world. These fans could cry all they want now. We are going up. Pray for the rivals.
Are you
Well
done?
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said, Ryan. Yeah, I actually love your outfit, mate. I have to say, it's nice dressed for the occasion.
No, peep the drip. I got the flag on.
Nice.
Yeah, nobody cares. Move on.
Shut up, Annie.
Canadian Zorro springs to mind.
How much is that?
Sheikh Al Pearson. Do you agree with that outfit that he's wearing?
Yeah, mate. I mean, Ryan, you look ridiculous, mate. I'm going to be honest, but
when I come to St. James's, this is what I'm wearing.
Right now. But,
I'm wearing this to St. James's when I come.
Do you know I have the exact same outfit Adam has right in the cupboard there? I could actually just take it out and just put it on. It'll take me 5 minutes.
Don't be taking it out.
Not a chance, though. Not doing it.
Yeah, because obviously Annie's in such a good mood about the takeover. Mr. Proudlaw, obviously you were on the Four Horsemen last night, but didn't really sort of talk about individual celebrations. I mean, how was it for you? I mean, it came around your birthday as well, which was a nice present for you. I mean, what was the euphoria in your house? Because I know obviously Jenny's there as well, and it must have been buzzing.
Well, it certainly was. Well, but was celebrate majority of it at Archer's party on the Friday. Had I was feeling it a little bit the next day, I must admit. But yeah, we were all just delighted we got this new takeover.
Yep. Fantastic. I'm very honoured tonight on this fantastic fans forum, not only to have a brilliant co-host in Danielle, but I'm also it's very unusual that I actually have a sheikh, a Canadian Mountie, and the King of Northumberland on the show. You know, I have actual royalty on the fans forum. Good evening, Mr. Harrison.
Good evening, Paul, and everybody, all the watchers. How we doing?
We're good.
Have we come down to earth yet? No, of course we haven't. We're still high as a kite.
I mean, what did you think when you heard the news, Dave? I mean, you know, I haven't spoke to you, you know, since the takeover. I've seen you on in the chat, and on Dave is obviously one of the chat mods for this channel now, and did a fantastic job with Danielle and Jules last night.
Big up the mods.
Yeah, big up the mods. But I mean, how did you feel? I mean, when it was, you know, when there was rumors last Wednesday, you know, obviously I did the live stream on Wednesday night, and you know, it was rather excitable, I have to say. And then, you know, when it went through on Thursday, I mean, how was it for you? I mean, because obviously, you know, as an older gentleman, you won't mind me saying that, you know, you've seen some real tosh at Newcastle over the years.
Oh, yes.
And this must be a highlight of you supporting the club.
It's got to be. I mean, I have to say, I've said on many occasions that being a Newcastle fan, you've always got to be an optimist, but you're forever a pessimist. And when Wednesday broke and it was starting to get to the point where we were thinking this is actually sounding a lot more serious than it ever has, and when you had people like Luke Edwards saying things and one or two others, you're thinking, yeah, that's not happened before. So, but you know, we're trying to keep the hopes up. Thursday came, and you know, it was obvious. Sky were all over it, and you know, all the press were, and everybody was saying it's going to happen today. It's going to happen today. And I have to say that I kept flicking, you know, Sky, checking Twitter. Somebody said, who else is checking Twitter every 5 seconds? Well, what, you're waiting that long? But it was like, what was it, 10 o'clock, and it was 1 o'clock, and it was, you know, just kept going. And I got to the point when 5 o'clock came, I thought, you know what, this is going to happen again. We're going to get disappointed. But I flicked Sky Sports to you on, and the guy that was on, I can't remember the guy's name, when he was about to say something about something else, and went, oh, hang on, we're over to Keith at St. James's Park. Yeah. And the pessimist in me straight away thought, oh, here we go. It's, you know, the Premier League have turned it down or whatever. And then when the yellow bar came up, the tape was gone through, I screamed, I have to say, yeah, and all that type of thing. And God bless her, was in the kitchen. She came, are you all right? You're right. I said, I'm fine. I said, it's gone through. And I have to say, I had a few tears, I must admit. It was because it's been such an emotional roller coaster this last 18 months. There's been more downs and up. And some of the bloody rubbish has been spoken about were, you know, got a lot of people. So I was just over the moon, you know. But I have to say, Paul and Cam, the BS about human rights and that, you know, why are we, the fans, suddenly becoming the arbiters of Middle Eastern geopolitics? I'm fed up with it. I really am. You know.
I mean, listen, Dave, we'll get it for months to come, but we'll just have to sort of treat it as water off a duck's back. It's nothing to do with us what goes on over there. You know, they've simply bought our football club, and that's the way it's going to be. You know, we'll always get the people.
I said to somebody the other day, I had no input when Sir John Hall bought the club. I had no input when Mike Ashley bought the club. I've had no input in this one. Why is it my fault? It's not, you know, so sorry.
I mean, they're going about women's rights and stuff like that in Saudi. However, you know, they've got a woman fronting up the consortium in Amanda Staveley. So, you know, you can't, I mean, I know this stuff goes on over there, but at the same time, we can't get involved in that. We just, you know, maybe, you know, this joint venture with Saudi and us will change that over there. You never know, for the good. But we'll just have to wait and see. Annie, obviously from the outside, being a Bristol City supporter, closet mag, how you know, how did you feel when you heard the news? You know, bearing in mind that you were, you know, you have a lot of friends here who are Newcastle United fans. Were you actually pleased for us, or were you thinking, oh, I wish that was us?
I've said this before. I don't, in my opinion, money is great. You have lots of money, great. But if you don't genuinely care about the club, it means absolutely fuck all.
Yeah.
Because if you're not willing to invest the billions and billions and billions you have, it doesn't mean anything. If these new owners actually care, I will be actually very pleased for you, because they'll be willing to invest, which Mike Ashley didn't do. at all in his tenure, and he will be looking to. They will be looking to improve the club step by step. And I'm not saying that this is going to be like that, click overnight, where you're going to go from bottom of the league to competing for the Champions League. It's not going to happen, but step by step, you are going to gradually improve. What I really worry about is this season right now, because at the moment you don't have a squad and a manager who's good enough to keep you in this league. It doesn't matter the owners. It's the thing that happened on the pitch. And at the moment, you don't have a squad or a manager good enough.
I'm not so sure I agree with you on the squad, because I think if a new manager comes in and he really gets a hold of this, especially the start, our strongest starting 11 for me is able to compete with most teams in the Premier League, providing they are played in the proper positions. Yeah. And if they are played in the proper positions and a formation which suits these players that we have, then I think we can get away from the bottom three. Obviously, the rabbit in the room is still at the club. There's still that sort of greyish cloud hanging over St James's Park, and that's Steve Bruce, Danielle. And really, I mean, we're expecting him gone by now. Do you think he will be in the dugout for Spurs?
Probably. I think that we're kind of all suffering a little bit from PTSD, I think. So there's a panic that sets in after so long. And we're all like, oh my God, he's going to be off a new contract. Oh my God, he's never going to get sacked. He is, but we've got to remember that all we've been used to for the last 14 years is just an amateur owner. These people are professionals, so they know what they're doing. However, Amanda Staveley only owns 10% of this club. So she hasn't got the power to walk in and sack Steve Bruce without everybody else to say so. So I know that Yasser Al-Ruman's coming over at the weekend anyway for the Tottenham game. So it may be a decision that's made with all three in the room. But they need to do a due diligence on a new manager and make sure they'll want to see a plan. They'll want to see everything before they hire someone. It's not going to be a Mike Ashley job where they just get anyone. So as much as I want him to go, I'd sack him now. I'd sack him myself. However, we can't. We've just got to wait and be patient and put those fears aside, because he's gone. And that's that. So we've got to put trust in these owners. We've just got to.
I know. I mean, if you had it your way, Danielle, you'd have sacked Steve Bruce and brought in half of Europe's greatest footballers in the space of an hour after the takeover.
Absolutely. And I'd still do it now.
Amy's put a comment in saying you still haven't accepted the offer of being friends again from yesterday, Paul. I am truly sorry from the heart. I still don't know what you've actually done, Amy, but unless it was a derogatory quote, I don't know. But we are friends, no problem. Andrew says, "Oh, spam! Now you're talking best Friday." But spam? Who's spamming? This is me in the richest club in the world. A good phrase from Jeremy Clarkson. Ian, good evening. Don't know if it's true, but a lot of chatter on Twitter suggesting Bruce's press conference has been cancelled. I'm not aware of that.
Looks like it's been removed from media duties.
Really?
Interesting.
According to Twitter, and given it's his thousandth game on Sunday, there's surely lots of opportunities for media duties around this 1000th game.
Yeah,
so if it's true, it's only Twitter rumours, of course, but he's meant to do a media interview about his milestone, and that's been cancelled.
Oh dear. I mean, there's been so much. I'm struggling to see like people coming out feeling sorry for Steve Bruce, saying, let him have his 1000th game. Can I just say that this is Newcastle United, not the Steve Bruce show? We are in relegation trouble, right? We need a change, and we need a change now, not after his 1000th game, because, this isn't. It isn't a bloody what do you call them matches that they play for somebody that's been here 10 years. Testimonial. I couldn't think of the bloody word there. It isn't a testimonial. This is a very big league game for us. And Jason, are your cats pulling a sleigh? It's not a testimonial. This is a crucial game for us, Billy.
Absolutely. I think I would certainly endorse what Danielle said, because I think we said this on Twitter earlier on. Everybody's getting up in arms that he hasn't done yet, and she's absolutely right. There will be, a proper hierarchy that's got to be followed now. But as I jokingly said earlier on, I said, the to-do list must be massive.
Yeah.
Where do you start? It's incredible what they've got to do. I mean, the stadium itself, forget everything else for a minute. The stadium itself is going to take months to sort out. The training ground is going to take.
You make me laugh, Dave. You make me laugh, Dave, when you say things like, a to-do list. It's like John Sinclair's Friday night. Kendo says, bring back Keegan and Shearer as an interim measure to the end of the season. Ryan, you need a bow and arrow, and then you'll be Robin Hood. He's gone for a drink of water, so he won't see that, unfortunately. Working on getting your subscribers up in the background, Paul. Who's working on getting my subscribers up? That's very nice of you. Is that Adam Pearson? I see. No, he's been taken over by a Sheikh. That is Sheikh Alahama Pearson.
Is it not shake your booty?
Booty Pearson. Yeah, it should actually. I'll shake your booty, Pearson. Since he does all these crazy dances on his video with New Chance, which I think we might. Are you going to the game a bit earlier, Adam? Meeting up with us, and because I want to see a bit of a boogie in front of the food bar.
Yes, I'll be going up the game early on Sunday. Like I've said, I got 1,000 likes on Twitter. I got to wear this for the match. It did hit that, so yes, I will be wearing this on Sunday. I mean, it's just going to be meant for that game.
Well, I've got, obviously I wore mine yesterday for the first part of the Horseman show. I'm debating whether to wear it unless, I'm debating whether to drive through or get the train, because if I get the train and I get on, I'll probably be escorted into first class, as a, one of the most important men to ever board a train at Durham City Station.
We'll get you a camel.
Yeah,
camel. You just ride down a camel.
Why would I ride a camel?
I'll have to leave it about 5 in the morning to get there, man.
You and Amanda Staveley.
I won't be able to sit down in my seat. I won't be able to sit down to watch the match, man, through, sore anus and all that.
Everyone's going to ride camels, but I'm going to use my moose to get there.
Yeah, get in, the Canadian moose. Adam, what do you think? Did you go to the training ground today?
Yes, I did.
You did, didn't you? What do you think? Do you think you'll be there for Tottenham?
I've said no already. I really felt he's going to get sacked, but there's no point to tagging him along anymore. He's not going to have a future in Newcastle, so why is he not sacked already? What is the point of tagging him along? Just put him out his misery, but it doesn't matter if it's a Tottenham game. It doesn't matter when it is. The fact is he will not be in Newcastle any much longer. His time is up with this football club.
Correct.
That's the important part. I don't care if he plays if he's at Tottenham or it doesn't concern me. What concerns me is who we're going to bring in. And there's so many different options out there. It's like picking candy out of a bag. There's so many different flavours. You can get any of them. But
Classic quote. Cliche, Adam. Cliche. Well done. Wow.
I hope we don't get Lampard.
The main part is Steve Bruce getting sacked, and that's a huge one.
Gary says here, I think we're so used to things being done wrong for the last 14 years. Shooting from the hip, that's when things are done right. We're not used to it. So I think Brucey will be gone by Friday. Matthew says, just me who doesn't want Lingard. Look, hey, the fact that we're talking about players like Lingard, we weren't able to do that even this time last week. So I'm not just you myself. Billy W, I've just heard you say that you didn't want Lampard. He's been heavily linked today, hasn't he?
Aye. For me, I think the main man who I'd want in is probably Brendan Rodgers, because he is good at rebuilding teams. I think he would, I don't know if he get with top 4, but we can get him and then look at the likes of Conte and that once we've actually got a title contending team. At the minute we've got a team that's battling out relegation. So for us, it's survival, really.
Yeah.
So we need someone who's an expert at getting teams to not get relegated, really.
We need someone strong, though, don't we? We need someone that's going to be able to kick some arse in that dressing room, because they're used to doing the show, aren't they? And in the show, the part I said last week, the party's over. It's time to get on with the real business of staying up.
I said on my video today that, with regards to, the staying up and things like that and different managers linked, the players are going to have to take some responsibility as well. Let's be honest, though, they haven't done the job this season. I know some have been out of position, but let's be honest, some of them have been utter garbage this season without a shadow of a doubt. And this takeover may just be what we need to pull these guys into gear. And if a new manager comes in, they're going to want to play for him. Some of these players are going to want to be successful. Let's be honest. Some are mercenaries. We know that, but some of the players already there will think, "Wow, this is an opportunity. If I really dig in here, I might be able to win something with Newcastle United," and that's going to create history anyway. I mean, Ryan, is there any players that you think might actually stay once the cull begins?
For me, I think the owners are literally set in stone. They want to build this team around St. Maximum for sure.
Right.
We probably could see the likes of Joe Willock, Hayden, Jacob Murphy, Dubravka, Mankiel. They'll all be here, but like long term, I think Alan St. Maximum maybe, just because you need a bit of coaching into him, and he'll become world class in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I listed those names too because like I've watched so much content on this stuff, and like I saw a Real Ferdinand podcast the other day, and talked a bunch of shit from us, but like he brought up a good point. To be fair, he said if we're building something, we have to have a British core. So I think it's important to keep players like Joe Willock in the long run too, and Isaac Hayden too.
Well, I think Joe Willock needs to get going this season. I have to say, I've been disappointed with him through all the battling we did to get him in the summer. But again, you can argue, is he being played in the right place to where he was last season? I'm not so sure. So there's a lot of questions still to be answered, I guess, but that's part of a takeover. They've got to start from the very bottom and work their way up again. Andrew Turnbull says, it's great to see the Black Country Razor Ruddock lookalike is back on tonight.
I'm not Black Country.
Oh.
No.
I think
Black Country, Wolverhampton, West Bromwich and Dudley and all around there.
Dudley. Billy Watts, what were you going to say there?
I think also one problem is if we get rid of Bruce Friday, then it doesn't really give Graham Jones time to prepare as caretaker, because he's the assistant manager, but it's a lot different being the manager when you're the one who presents the tactics. Like I think
then again, he was heavily involved in training yesterday. Yeah. Is that another sign? I mean, I don't know how much you got to see. Did you see any training, Adam, today, or was it just waiting for the players to come out?
Well, at the training ground, you can't actually see where they train unless you go all the way around the side of the fence. But I saw quite a few of the players come out. I think about 5 of them stopped in the end, so imagine me quite a few of them. But in terms of Steve Bruce, though, he was straight off when he came out with a very disappointed look on his face. So we'll see what happens in the future. But he was really pissed off when he came out today.
Yeah. What is that noise?
Steve Bruce on a tunnel in.
This is me, says, on a serious note, can we move Shearer's statue into the stadium this weekend, specifically up front in a 4-2-3-1?
Back with the statues, then,
I wouldn't mind that. The statue would do better than Julian.
That's our defense. They're statues.
Let's the lip on Big Joe. I'm starting to become a favorite of his. He's impressed. Who is messing with a microphone?
It's Annie.
Me? I removed it.
Where's your left hand?
Don't ask him that.
He looks like he's in the toilet as well again.
Oh, let's not go there. Let's not go there. There was an earlier comment from Julie saying she likes your cats, Danielle, or your cat is cute. If it was Monday night, I would have come up with a completely different comment for that, but I'm not.
I'm well aware of that.
Malcolm says there's a lot of very salty journos, pundits, and fans of other clubs out there. Honestly, it's been hilarious. I mean, Jason, it's hilarious, isn't it? Reading the absolute jealousy from certain fans and these 19 other clubs suddenly holding emergency meetings and anything when there's absolutely nothing they can do. Annie, I swear to God, I'm going to knock it out, even from up here.
I literally disconnected it. I can't do anything about it.
It's right in my lug hole. Anyway, go on, Jason.
I disconnected it.
Yeah, it is. It's funny reading it all and how salty they are when at least part of their club or a certain part of their club is actually owned by Saudis as well. So they can't moan about it when they're part of it as well.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I mean, Matthew says 3-1 to us on Sunday. Wilson to score 2. Connor says if Kraft starts against Spurs, Lucas Moura will have a field day. I don't think Kraft's going to start.
God, no.
Even if he does start,
Lucas Moore is more of a right wing, though.
I mean, even Son. Can you imagine Son against Kraft?
Oh.
Stuart says John Stone's first. Yeah, John Stone's first buy for new owners. He's not getting a game at City. Would sort the defence out.
What?
And the attack, he scored tonight.
Yeah.
Has he scored tonight? Has he?
Yes.
Still, what is it? 1-1 now? Is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's been shambles tonight, like buying.
Yeah, I'm not even bothered.
No different, to be honest.
I'm not. I really, you know, England. They get these qualifying games and stuff like that. They don't interest me because it's just a walk. It's normally a walk in the park for them. You know what I mean? It's the big tournaments. You're in. Oh, shut up, Canuck. You know you I take it. Well, Kendo said, loving the Canadian strippers outfit.
Oh, Canada.
Why are you singing the national anthem to strip to? That's a bit worrying. Wow, right, Ryan. Sometimes I just have to shake my head. Judy says we haven't got rid of Bruce yet because he's too large to push out the changing room. They tried to cover the door frame in goose fat, but he just ate the woodwork. Fair enough. Kim says 4 horsemen. Yeah, 4 horsemen last night had me crying. Thank you very much.
Oh, it certainly did.
Yeah, it's got me a very sore knee this morning. I can guarantee you that from when I fell off my bloody chair. It wasn't a comfortable landing, put it that way. But you know, as I was live on camera, I had to just sort of suck up the pain and get on with it, and not even sort of mention that I had blood dripping from it. But never mind.
What a professional!
That's it, Billy. You've got, you know, you have to be professional when
consummate.
Yeah,
professional.
of course. Tom says, in the future, do you think NUFC fans will view Sunderland in the same way we currently view Gateshead? Will future Mackham kids grow up supporting NUFC?
Oh, no.
What do you mean in the future? I've been doing it for 30 years.
Look, I mean, Gateshead, I mean, Peter and Adam, I know you two were there on Saturday. I couldn't make the game, unfortunately. But, you know, it's a tremendous little atmosphere. And obviously, Adam, I saw your vlog. It was a decent crowd again. But I can't see any Newcastle fans viewing Gateshead, viewing Sunderland the same as we do Gateshead. Gateshead are like our go-to team when Newcastle are away or not playing. I couldn't imagine saying, "Oh, Newcastle's away this week. I think I'll go to Sunderland." You know, I would rather eat my own feces.
They used to years ago, you know.
Sorry,
people used to do that years ago in the 50s and 40s. They used to swap between the two teams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
go 1 week to Roker Park, 1 week to St James's. That's what they used to do.
I know.
There used to be a couple of guys lived just a couple of few doors up from where I lived in Heaton, and they had season tickets or whatever for both, and they used to week in week about. I could never get my head around it, but yeah.
I mean, what was it like back in the day, Dave Harrison, when you used to go with King Arthur and stuff? Was it the same then?
It was different in those days, yes. Because
please don't punch me on Sunday, Dave. That was a joke.
That's pushing it.
I'm coming for you.
Boxing gloves.
Gary, thank you very much for the £5 super chat, mate. I really appreciate it. Majestic Pillow. Apparently, Steve Bruce's press conference before Spurs has been cancelled. It's picking up.
Let's just hope.
Shelley says, get Champions League 1 next season. Stay in Newcastle United next season. Premier League 1. Let's just slow down. Let's just take it nice and. Oh, the comments have jumped again. This does my absolute napper. Seriously.
Nabba.
Was that you, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up. Thomas says 20 more subs until John hits 1K. Oh my God. You know,
get John Sinclair.
When Sinclair hits the 1K, that's it. All the other podcasters are out because as soon as he turns up to St James's Park, he's already said there's going to be hundreds of people approaching him for autographs. Adam, Peter,
he's going to be able to do a podcast
may as well
with
take
Lee
a
Gunner
back
finally.
seat.
He's already booked a
You'll
hall
have,
in the Bristol City
you'll have a
Centre
seat on the
to
pitch.
strip naked.
You'll have a seat on the pitch. In the middle of the park.
Yeah, he will. John, can you imagine that? John Sinclair on the pitch at half time to celebrate 1,000 subscribers.
Everybody, John Sinclair.
Bless him. You got to love him.
They're Dave walking up to him with Excalibur, ready to knight him as well.
Well, we've already got somebody in Dave Harrison that can do that outside the ground. So there you go. It's all sorted. Ferris, you guys are awesome. Love from Saudi Arabia. Thank you, matey.
No, you guys are awesome.
Definitely. We love you all. Andrew says apparently next year's home shirt is going to be made with the tears of the supporters of the Big Six. Listen, it's not the Big Six anymore. It's the Big One and the Little Six and the rest.
Big fish, little pond.
And then the two tossers, and then
Give
the
me the
rest.
Mbappe cry gift. That's what the rival fans are. Pray for them.
I mean, Annie, how do you feel now knowing that Bristol City are even smaller than Newcastle United now? I mean, you know, Newcastle United now, and then we look at Bristol City as if, you know, we're flying 40,000 feet above the air, and Bristol City are still down in a molehole somewhere. I mean, that's the kind of difference we're looking at now. I mean, how do you feel about that, Annie?
Did you guys say Durham? Yeah, okay. I'll book the next flight, don't worry.
Durham doesn't have an airport, mate, unfortunately. If you try and land a plane at Durham, you'll crash quite badly.
Not the point I was trying to make. Anyways. Great for you. Yeah, all I'm saying about it.
Yeah. The bitterness is there in your voice, Sonny, I can tell.
You know this guy's angry. You know this guy's angry.
He looks like Tweedledum and Tweedledee off Alice in Wonderland, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's an absolute div, to be fair. You know, sitting there last week with Mr. Masters. FK, new fan from Saudi. Good evening. Thank you for watching.
Hey.
Hope you're well over there. Thomas says, Adam, I am going to the Stadium of Shite on Monday.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Why?
Yeah,
Under 23s are playing. Time with
Still
Derby.
wouldn't go.
Why? Support the under 23s away at Sunderland. And
No,
the
it's
fact,
ranted there.
I know it's right. Can I see how you feel, Danielle? You know what it is? I'll just go there just to sing songs at the Sunderland fans, mate. I mean,
that's a good point, mate.
Not the football, you know.
Have you seen that one Newcastle bloke who was in the Sunderland's away end?
Yes.
On their away game,
I've seen that as well.
Hats off to him, like that was class. Jody says the monumental Bellend sacking announcement should be just him being dumped outside the training ground in a wheelie bin, even if he'd fit. Well, yeah, he wouldn't fit, would he? I mean, come on. Thomas is waving his Saudi flags from MBE to MBS.
Be good to see him leaving St. James Park Primary School, like.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a helicopter coming to pick him up or take him away off the pitch like you know, a certain KK.
It'll probably
but, you
be
know.
us chucking him out of the stadium, of the ground, just chucking him.
Yeah.
Fucking
This is me. Says Spurs actually rejected the £2.5 billion bid from the Saudis because Levy wanted $5 billion, and yet he is the exact same greedy git who led the blocking of the sale to NUFC. Hypocrite. And you failed to mention as well that they failed to mention that Manchester United have Saudi investment as well inside their club. Yeah. So you know it's a little bit of bitterness coming from them all. Yep. Monumental Bellend will be gone. Our wheelie bins will be made of gold soon. Yes. Well, we actually came up with an idea last night, didn't we, Pete, on the show to put a, move Shearer's statue next to Bobby Robson's, get Jackie Milburn's there, get Kevin Keegan's there, and a statue of a wheelie bin next to them. In remembrance of when times were bad at St. James's Park.
And John and Joelinton as an excuse.
Yeah. And Bristol City's football ground.
They probably still have a better training ground than us, to be fair, though.
Well, yeah, we do have a training ground worth more than you guys.
The size of, like, I don't know.
They'd be building a new one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
My school field.
Exactly. We're building a new one. Everything's getting modernized. Everything's going to be amazing. What is that? Ryan, you forget, you're the size of a pea on my screen at the minute, so I don't know what that is. What is it?
It's just a meme of Frank Lampard's first action if he becomes boss next season. It says call Mount. Video game.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. Like,
I think if Mason Mount signed for Newcastle, I think my daughter would have a heart attack. Tom says you're right. We're not normal we're not moral arbiters. It's not our fault. Yes, we can be very excited. However, we shouldn't be blind to issues over there, which we're not. Kendo says if Bruce got Mbappe, he'd play him as a goalkeeper.
Sweet.
Nah, you just put him on the reserves. You play when they're
Well, you know,
Level
we're going
7
to use his
Dave, how can I
pace.
get... Sorry?
Well, you know, we're going to use Killian's pace and the back four.
Well, no.
that was immense.
Wow, Annie. I have to say that's impressive. Dave, we're full at the minute, matey, but just hang fire. Mbappe would be the dinner lady. Kirith, good evening. Evening, everyone. Hope you're okay. Great show as always. Thank you very much. Let's not bash Bruce.
That's hit him.
That's bash Bruce, all right?
No, just sack him. Not bash him, just sack him.
Yeah, no,
We don't mean any harm on the man. Just give him his
Hold on,
P45.
no, man,
Move him on.
Tara.
Yeah.
Or
there's a-
alternatively, just change the locks. You know, like he comes in the morning.
saw that today.
Danielle, Jesus, man. You know,
Do it that way.
Can someone let us in?
Just got my
savage.
text. I'll text him and just say, don't bother coming in. You good?
Make the food healthy.
To be fair to him, he's getting
I'll
8
keep it
million,
away.
so it's not like he's getting like a
Yeah,
smack
he's
in the arse
getting
and
8
that.
million
Exactly.
quid. I mean, Christ
I'd get
almighty. I mean, I really
I'd
feel
get these
sorry
by
for
a
somebody
million.
getting 8 million quid. Like,
And,
You got the
Yeah,
perfect way
it's
to keep
big.
Bruce away.
How's
Maybe
your
he'll be
manager
Bristol's
get
manager.
how's your manager get extra money for being sacked? I don't know why it's a thing. Like I really don't understand it.
yeah. This is me. Says our starting 11 is fine. We'll be okay by January under new management. Players out of position. Will you think of the past? Don't forget Richie and Willem's not known position they were playing. Willem isn't here.
do you mean Wilson?
I think he means Willick. Could
Willick?
it be Willick? Somebody with a willy.
Couldn't help yourself.
Well, no, that wasn't meant to be rude. I'm just saying somebody with a willy.
Mhm.
You know,
I
is it
think he
Willick
does
or is it
mean-
Wilson? Somebody with a willy.
I think it does mean.
It's your dirty mind, Danielle.
I think it does
there
mean,
is a
I
link.
think it does mean Williams because when he had his debut, he didn't know where he was playing when he was brought on as a sub.
All right, okay.
Can I just say something? John McClurkin, you're out the chat. See you later, mate.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that.
Don't come on
Danielle's-
here and start abusing people on this panel. Simple as that.
Who were they abusing?
I don't want to say.
Say, go on, say.
No, it was Adam.
Jeez, all right. Let's find out.
No,
Water
no.
off a duck's back to Adam. Listen,
You just said you're clickbaiting yesterday.
I'll say.
Danielle, will you send us a message just saying what was said on there, please? Because I need to keep
Yeah.
track of them. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Imagine Tom says, imagine if he's still here on Sunday, but then he gets sent on the centre circle before the game live on. Oh God!
Oh,
Can
John.
you imagine he's sent on the centre
Portuguese.
circle?
Portuguese. Steve Bruce is gone. Everyone just gets pies out and starts whapping on the pitch of them.
Pies,
Pies, cabbages, more like.
cabbages, cabbages, Billy.
Cabbages, aye.
Jesus
Class act.
Christ.
I feel bad for the bloke, how like.
Amy says, I am Amy, the one who put you on the M6 tour.
That's amazing. Just like that.
That's my sat nav. I didn't realise that. I've just seen the sat nav icon there. Bloody hell! Whoever's done that, you are a genius. That is very clever.
Brilliant.
But damn you, Amy, I still haven't forgiven you. Daniil, thank you very much for the £5 super chat, mate. With a comment, great show, guys. Class chat. Thank you very much. And Trolls, thank you very much for the 50 krona again. Very, very kind, matey. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thomas says Ryan looks like a fireman. What fireman do you know that look like that?
Christ.
Honestly, dear me. Jan says I feel for
nonsense.
Bruce. Jan says, I feel for Bruce a bit. He never had the backing. You're right, he has to go, but who knows, with new backing, he could do a lot better than we think.
Right, I've got a thing for people who say that, right? He got 100 mil pretty much off Ashley. And what did he spend half of it on? A man named Joe Linton. It was apparently meant to be an brilliant player.
To be fair, though. Any
To
manager.
be fair, no one was manager at the time when St. Maximum and Joe Linton came in.
That's a good point. He didn't sign Joe Linton, Billy.
Oh, did
He
he?
was already,
Oh, fuck.
no, because if you remember, Joe Linton had already signed, and then Bruce came in, and then he hadn't even met Steve Bruce, and then he sort of bumped into him in St James's Park, and says, I'm Steve Bruce. Like, hiya, how you doing,
Bruce?
Fancy
We
a
should
job,
hire
right?
Steve Bruce was given Callum Wilson. Rafa was given Hosselu and Marino, and also as well, Bruce was given Joe Willock too. So that's like 40 million compared to like 6 million.
Yeah. Jan, are you the guy who I met on Friday at St James's Park from Holland? Because if you are, let me know. Because he was a top guy. I did give him my channel, obviously, because he was interviewed on it, and I said so maybe it is. Brandon says, get him out finally, get our club back and spend big. By the way, how is this team not good enough to stay in the Premier League? Exactly. It is. Geordie Toon for life. Evening, lads and lasses. Good evening, buddy. Really? How many times do you want us not? The more you say that, the more we're going to, the more we want them out. You know what I mean? Kira, thank you again. You cheeky git. Keirith has just donated another £4.49 via Super Chat with the comment, I'm owning up to the sat nav.
Amazing.
Keirith, I'm not even angry because I think that was superb, mate. I think that was
brilliant.
Fantastic, mate. So thank you very much for another Super Chat. Jody says, Sheikh Adam looks like a proper Saudi. He actually does. Actually, he's a bit of in between. He's like a sheikh from Saudi Arabia and bloody Maverick from Top Gun. A highway to the desert zone. Daniil says, hi, Daniil. Yes, it is a royalty star-studded lineup and me sat nav. So thank you for that. Richard says the thing is, these things don't happen overnight, but it will. I mean,
that's coming from a QPR fan.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Harrison,
sure.
If you were part of this takeover, and for all we know, you might have been the money you've got, in Newcastle and stuff.
I wish.
I mean, I heard rumours that you flew the consortium in on your private jet.
Damn it! I told them not to let that slip out.
I know. I've got ears close to the ground, matey. Would you have parted ways with Steve Bruce already? Like with the reason I'm saying is, with the whole euphoria of the takeover, should maybe the whole thing have been done within that couple of days?
I have to say it's a difficult one because unlike Ashley just doing what he pleases because he's just him, there is now obviously a hierarchical system there, and Amanda is fronting it, but obviously there's a lot of money behind it, and she's got to run things through her. Mm-hmm. I think everybody would agree in this panel. We never wanted him in the first place. His record's appalling. But I do think it would have been an easy win to get rid of him before now.
Yeah.
And if the press conference has been postponed or whatever, that there might be something in that. I think for me the telling thing that Amanda Staveley said on, was it Friday or whatever day it was, Saturday, I can't remember, and it was all a bit of a blur, probably alcoholic blur, but never mind. When she said, somebody said, who have you met? She said, I've met Jamal, had a great chat with him, and I've met the manager. And I think for me, that said more than, the words.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Harry Kane. What a me.
2-1?
Pretty much. He had the ball, and he's on the edge of the box, and he just skies it. Just absolutely skies it.
Can I just say something on Harry Kane? Right, I've said this before on my show. I don't think Harry Kane is all that. Right,
I don't like him. I've got a problem with him.
Striker, but this year.
Danielle, do you actually like anybody that's you?
Well, I don't like Harry Kane, but the thing is, there's no justification behind it. Like, I just don't. I've got a really big problem with him, and I don't know why.
Well, I think he's a dirty git as well. He could actually, the way he backs into people for high balls, he could actually do somebody a serious injury. Yeah. And I just think his injuries have caught up on him, and I just don't think he's all that. I think if we were to go for a big name striker, Harry Kane wouldn't even be in my top 5. Well, he really wouldn't. There is so many better strikers.
He scored some goals in that, but he wasn't all that. Like in the group stages, Raheem Sterling was the only one who scored.
No, but people need to remember that Harry Kane did get the most goals and assists in the Premier League last season. I mean, that is incredible from a striker. But yeah, I think he is finished now. I think in terms of how he plays, I mean, he's too old. Why would you sign someone like him when you get someone younger? I mean, it's an obvious one not to go for Harry Kane. But
he looks really.
He's lost 2 yards.
And he keeps dropping so far back in the midfield. He hasn't got the pace to get up front anymore. This is me, says Danny Murphy, saying Bruce is the best man to get us out of relegation. Is like saying Bill Cosby is the best man to tend the bar. Wow. FK says we will win the next match. Love and support from Saudi. Definitely. That's the spirit.
Definitely.
We're going to have the whole of Saudi Arabia on our side on Sunday. Geordie says, yes, it's true about being cancelled. They didn't think it fair with everything going on, so it will be normal business on Friday from the press. Musical Magpie says, hope Lampard is not our new manager. We need a manager with experience to come in, like Brendan Rodgers or Mancini. What do you guys think? Look, I said all along I'd love to see Mancini in.
Yeah.
Peter, I mean, you've nodded your head with Mancini. I think, it'll take a lot to prize him away from the Italian job, which is why I think maybe sort of giving maybe Jones just stepping up till the end of the season and then rebuilding
possibly,
in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand where you come from because he is a top manager, Mancini, and he is in a international job where he's just won the Euros as well. So
yeah,
it's
give him
going to be
the
a
World Cup and then see what happens, I guess. But Anthony says Bruce is going to get £8 million for being shit at his job. Let that sink in. No sympathy for the man at all. Exactly. He's getting £8 million for what? I mean, what?
The thing is, people can't feel sorry for him when in the press to the media people, he's an absolute arsehole to them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's done a rubbish job, and people would maybe feel sympathy for him if he played better football. And the excuses, like if he didn't go after every game saying there's positives. It's like being a football coach for a primary school team. Oh yeah, there's positives to take from this.
What I'd like to know though is if a press conference is going to go ahead. So if they're just going to do the business as usual press conference, will Craig Hope be allowed in it or not? And will he answer the question?
I'd love to see that.
I mean, if Steve Bruce did a press conference to say goodbye, I think there's a lot of people would like to get into that press conference to say goodbye to that motherfucker, to be honest.
The thing with Steve Bruce is, though, I mean, I haven't heard him once congratulate us on the takeover. Like, well done to the fans. Like, he hasn't said that, though. I mean,
he'll say that when he leaves.
Yeah. I mean,
listen, even Mike Ashley said best of luck to Newcastle and best of luck to the fans, right? So, but our own manager hasn't. Let that sink in, right?
He's waiting to get sacked, and then he'll say it.
He won't say it at all. He'll just say, well, they're a bunch of bellends, and I'm glad to be out of there with me £8 million.
All about me. That's what you said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Paul says, what's the best?
If he's the fan he's supposed to be, Paul, he's always banging out about I'm a Newcastle fan. He would have been first to be leaping about and cheering.
He's like the thing.
He should have been out there at St James's Park with all the fans if he was a fan.
Yeah.
Throwing them cabbages about.
For me, the reason we played so well at the end of last season was Graham Jones. He came in and just did a massive, Steve Bruce listened to him.
Totally agree.
Now, Steve Bruce, you just see he's on the sidelines by himself. Well, you see, Graham Jones coming in and telling them what to do, But, at the end of the game, you see all the assistant managers talking to the players and you see Bruce by himself.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's
Paul says, what's the best time to catch you outside the club shop on Sunday? Be nice to say hello as I collect John's signed photo. Listen, we all stand just along from the club shop at the end. We'll be there pretty early. Well, I will be. I think Adam will be. Peter will be somewhere going for a pre-match, mince and dumplings somewhere, but he will get there. So... yeah, about an hour and a half at least before the game, I'll be there just soaking up I just want to soak the atmosphere up before the game because I think it's going to be absolutely bouncing at St James's on Sunday from very early doors. So I cannot wait to get up there. Thomas says, Paul, is your knee better? No, it's not, Thomas. Thank you for asking, since you're the only one that actually bothered to ask. It's sore, mate. It's sore. And I currently have a Batman elastoplast on it.
Thomas, man. Fucking Thomas.
Bruce sacked by Piff spokesman. Have Jazz been fired?
Stop clicking.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear me. Hurry up and axe the cabbage heat up the Saudi mags. definitely. Poor cash.
That was the comment I deleted. How can you see that?
I don't know, but I can.
That's one of them I deleted.
That shouldn't have come up because I can't. I don't have the power to delete that, so it's obviously deleted. But StreamYard again, or you. I don't know who it is, but I can't delete that comment.
No, I think the thing is, Paul, there's times that on other shows when somebody types something wrong and deletes it themselves, you can still see it.
Yeah. Oh well, never mind. Yeah. Danny Murphy. Oh dear God. Oh. Danny Murphy saying Bruce is the best man to get us out of relegation because of experiences like saying R. Kelly is the best man to counsel abused minors. Oh my goodness me. Speak your mind. Musical Magpies, other than Wilson, Willock and St. Maximin, who will be at the club beyond the January transfer window? Well, I think
we can't sell the whole squad in January.
No, we can't. No. I mean, who is the players realistically that you guys want to leave? I mean, Ryan, who would you like to see out the door in January?
Going realistically in an order, I'd go with Hendrick and Kraft. Maybe Dwight Gale as well, because the statement the owners are going to make, we're going to sign a good back. We're going to sign a striker that's going to compete with Callum Wilson. It's not going to be a backup striker. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'd say those two. Yeah, and maybe. I think that's
one of the keepers got to go. Surely.
Who?
One of the keepers has got to go for sure. Because I mean,
Gillespie. Well, I said during the summer that we should have sold Darlow because he's too good as a second choice. But like, we don't need money at all. So like,
yeah,
I'd say keep him.
I mean, where do you think, Billy? I'll ask you this: where do you think Callum Wilson's head lies in this? Because obviously, we know that there's some big name strikers who are, going to be targeted by Newcastle. We've already seen Harry Kane linked, Icardi linked, Mbappe linked, all those type of players. I mean, these are players that we can genuinely talk about signing for Newcastle United in the future. So where do you think Callum Wilson's head's at in all of this, knowing that he's injury prone as well?
Well, I guess as he is an ultimate professional, I imagine it'll just inspire him to be better than what he already has been. And whether his body lets him do that is another kettle of fish. But yeah, he's not this kind of guy that will shirk any kind of challenge. That's for sure.
Well said, Billy. Well said.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually a very good answer, Billy. 5 points to Billy on tonight's panel.
I tell you what, all that Guinness and everything he was drinking last week, he's got all wise, hasn't he? Like,
out of date Guinness as well.
Don't expect all our players to fight for their positions from now on too.
We've got Sheikh Adam now. We've got Ryan the Mountie. We've got the King of Northumberland, and now we've got Billy the Wizard. I mean, it's incredible. We're getting all sorts of characters on here. Kendo says, "Do you think we can afford that 1 million loan fee now?" I don't think. Yeah. Gemma, I read everyone. Sorry, I'm a little late. Just got in. Hope you're all well. We are having a good time. If Bruce leaves, we are in trouble, says Scott. I think he's honestly give our. We've got the baby-faced assassin. Oh, he's got a beard back. Archie, have we recovered from the weekend's festivities, mister?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was absolutely fine.
Yeah,
I was absolutely on a Saturday.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't make it, mate. Obviously, there was no way I could get through with the kids and everything. So, but I've seen photos, and it looks like you had a merry old time there. Obviously, you were. But I'd just like to say to you, Archer, you're a twat, and I'll tell you why you're a twat, shall I? Because I was standing outside 9 Bar on Friday morning, right? You walked right past me and blanked me.
Friday morning.
Sin bin.
Friday morning, you were at the ground, you walked past me and blanked me.
I can't remember that.
It's strange that, isn't it?
Too many.
You might have been still drunk.
Very strange.
Well, he was walking like a crab, so he was walking sideways. So I think he must have been hammered. But yeah, you did, Archer. You walked straight past me. So thank you very much for that. I mean, I love all my friends, Archer, dearly, but you were a twat.
I do apologise, though, Paul.
It's all right, matey. To be fair, you weren't looking. You were talking to somebody when you were walking past, and I was going to give you a shout, but then Keith Downey was walking behind you, so I thought he's more important to go and speak to than you. Sorry.
Oh, there you are. Jesus.
Oh, God. I'm joking, man. I did see you, though. FK says, guys, forget about the camels. We will ride Rolls Royce. Yes! We are the Rolls Royce of football. That's what we like to see. Dubravka for me. Obviously, you'd like to see Dubravka stay. Oh, Danielle's humming. I take it you don't think along them lines?
No, I do.
All right. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Is that somebody that you actually like?
I do like Dubravka Mind.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's incredible. That's well changing.
We've got look, right? We've got a lot.
Annie, you are such a cheeky little shit.
Well,
You're a Bristol City fan. You're a non-league club to us. You know, you're so far below us, you may as well be in the non-league conference, man.
May I remind you that you are second bottom of the Premier League?
Yes, but may I remind you that we're also
the
now the
richest
richest
club in the
world. And we can buy our way out of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy
Luke says,
Ashley and Bruce next season, Annie.
Yeah, you can have Steve Bruce next year. You know how he's, very pragmatic, as you say. Why don't you take the
good old
buffoon?
Nige. We've got good old Nige.
Yeah, until the end of the season when you haven't been promoted again and you're stuck in, where is it, the Championship, or keep playing like you are. You'll be League One with the Mackhams. Luke says, did you guys hear what Jim White had to say? Oh, yes.
Talk shite.
Pathetic. He was getting very hyped up about Steve Bruce and how he should be the man to take us forward and avoid relegation. Well, we wouldn't be in this trouble if it wasn't for Steve Bruce in the first place, Jim White. Go and suffocate yourself in a kilt. Graham Potter maybe, says Richard. Thomas says, screw the loans. We have money now. Exactly. Did I just ask someone to go and never mind? Yes. Andrew says Brendan Rodgers, I wouldn't let him near him building a Lego set, never mind the biggest team in the world.
That's harsh.
You're a good manager.
I would take a stab at Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
That's a Leicester fan being too greedy there.
Yeah, definitely. Jan says, yes, it's down to the players as well. Jan, let me know if it was you I spoke to outside the ground. Gemma says, agree on the Brendan Rodgers and Conte front. The only players I'm particularly bothered about keeping are ASM, Wilson, Willock, Murphy, and Dubravka. We need a complete overhaul.
Yes, we do.
I think Murphy would be okay under a good manager. I think he could really excel.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Take Conte, mate.
I think if we get Antonio Conte, he'll have the same effect that Victor Moses had as a wing back. Imagine Jacob Murphy under Antonio Conte.
Yeah. And Antonio Conte plays a 3-5-2 attacking wise.
Yes, exactly.
And but I do think everybody's going to have to wear shoulder pads and that who's sitting down near the dugouts, because can you imagine when we score? Let's just say we're playing Bristol City in the FA Cup, right? And we score our 11th goal of the game, and Conte is running into the crowd, and just the way he gets so hyped up on the touchline. That's the kind of manager I want to see.
How sad must he be celebrating a goal against tiny old Bristol City, eh?
Yeah, I'm glad you've admitted you're a tiny little club, Annie. It's very nice of you. If the new owners give Bruce an option to manage his 1,000th game and take a lower compensation or take the full amount and not manage his 1,000th game, what do you think Bruce will choose?
Obvious answer. Take the money.
The money.
Yeah. Take the money, definitely. I mean, I would just... I'm just... hoping that maybe over the next couple of days, we're refreshing Twitter or Sky Sports News comes up with Bruce has been fired. And then, as soon as it happens, I'm going live. I'm going to do a live stream and celebrate again. Danielle, I want you to be sober this time. I know it's difficult.
I've got no alcohol in the house, Paul. It's got that grim. Ask Gemma.
I bet your lad's got rid of it all, has he, in case you need to go to
rehab. What a disgrace. I sent Gemma a picture on Saturday night of my cold glass of water that I was enjoying just before the Tyson Fury fight. I was so...
You sure it's water or is it vodka?
It was. No, it was grim.
Ryan, are you sure that's water?
Yeah, it is. Ice cold Canadian water.
He gets it from the well in his cellar. Kevin said, that kid with the teeth. There you go. There's the comment. Why are they not disappearing?
That's not the one.
Yeah, Adam, you got some haters against you tonight.
Adam, apparently you talk so much shit, Adam.
Yeah. Some guys complain he's like, either wear the Saudi headwear right or don't wear it.
Oh no, I mean it doesn't matter what I say. If people are disagree with, that's fine. That's what happens on YouTube. He's got to kind of get over it.
Exactly. Kevin, he doesn't talk shit, mate. That's why he's got 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Something you probably wish that you had. Paddle on.
Can I just say as well to Level 7 Dave in the chat, you haven't been blocked. It's just the room's full at the minute. I think he's having a bit of a moment in the chat, thinking that he's been blocked from the channel. He hasn't.
No, you haven't, mate. No, I wouldn't block you from the channel. Dear God. Wow.
Level 7.
I'm pleased you think that of me, though, Dave. Thanks very much. Andrew says, I see a lot of bench warmers in the current squad going forward. Yeah, well, of course there is.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. Willock needs a decent defensive midfielder behind him. Possibly. Or at least one in position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on possible Lingard signing? Jason, what do you think of Lingard?
I'd take Lingard. I'd quite happily take Lingard. I think he is the type of player that we need.
Yeah. Anybody on the panel wouldn't take Lingard?
I love him, yeah.
So we all would take him?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
10 to 15 goals a season from midfield. It wouldn't take him.
Adam, it's very difficult to see your actual facial expressions because your sunglasses are like...
I would take Lingard, yeah.
God knows what he's doing.
I've seen somewhere today that would be available in January for £15 million. I think that's a bargain for a player.
Get him for 15 mil.
Danielle's in there. Get him. Who? Send her down to sign
Get him now.
Wait, who's this?
You what, Adam?
Oh, 100%, yeah. A really good football player.
Tangy says, I would like to see if Almiron improves under a new manager.
Yeah.
Gemma says, go on, Adam. Nice outfit, lad. Judy says, I'm Yam, not from Dudley, Billy. Did you know if you say cup of tea, it's how Yam from Dudley says cup of tea.
Oh, I do know that's all.
Well, I mean, you know, at least you can say Newcastle properly, unlike a member that's alongside you on the panel there.
Question here. You know, the Newcastle thing. How do you say the bloke that's stopped our takeover for so long? Richard?
Masters.
Not Masters. If you're saying Newcastle is wrong and now you say Masters is right, you can't have it both ways.
You can both. Fuck off.
Hey, listen, Billy Trade, just because you've been promoted to a wizard tonight doesn't give you the authority to slag us Geordies off.
Masters.
Oh, Billy, what you've got to remember is that we, at the Geordies, we speak the King's English. It's not
Speak Dave Harrison's language.
I stand corrected, said the man in the orthopedic shoe.
Good one.
Oh, God. Does someone want to try? What the hell is that name? I do not know. I love Barcelona and Juventus. Thank you for telling me that. Claude says, guys, before we bring in, we have to sell. Who are the clubs that would be willing to go for these players, taking into consideration some are on mammoth wages? It's a good point, actually. I mean, is it a case that we're going to have to pay some contracts up to get them out the door?
Possibly.
I think so.
Maybe,
Because, you know, I mean, when you think about it, who's going to come in for Joe Linton?
No one.
John.
John,
yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe a Bundesliga team would take him back if he's impressed over there. Then maybe there'll be a smaller Bundesliga team willing to take him back. Shelby is another one. I mean, let's face it, he hasn't got long left. Dwight Gale, you know, who's going to buy him? Maybe Bristol City.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think he'd do well at Bristol City. To be fair, I think that's a club that will suit him. Musical Magpie says, which Chris Hughton would be given a fair chance. No. Sorry.
Oh,
listen,
no.
He is a lovely bloke, listen, we need to move forward as a club now, and you know, it's the same with Rafa. You know, I wouldn't be complaining if Rafa came back, but I just think now we need to go for a massive name. You know, we've been shopping in Pound Stretcher too long, right? Too long. The shelves are empty. We need to go to Harrods. We need to get a pair of socks worth £300 and just go for it. You know what I mean? It's. I don't know why I'm bringing socks into the equation, but you know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm going with that.
Something on Heaton. Really good.
I definitely ain't paying 300 quid for a pair of socks.
We can pay anything for anything now. We're rich.
Exactly.
Literally.
I haven't heard that
You know,
today.
let's face it. You know, you could buy Amanda Staveley's toenail now. You know what I mean? It's just the money's there.
That comparison.
No. Looking forward to the positive impact on youth and women's teams as well. Yep, exactly. Tom's the real Dudley, of course, is next to Cramlington and Anetsford. It's about
You know what's going to be great about this takeover too is we're going to see more from the YouTube channel. Finally.
Yeah, definitely. Barcelona and Juventus are the biggest teams in the world.
Not anymore.
Juventus.
Let's compare bank accounts, shall we? Hey, Annie, I got something to say to you. We are better than you. Bristol City are still crap, says Jonathan.
Oh, leave him alone.
Gemma says Paul Jolinton is John's hands off, keeping it clean tonight. Yes, we don't go anywhere off on a Monday night tangent now. Ian says seen Wilson in full training on Sky Sports. Yeah, I think he will play. Big Sam is from Dudley, is that right?
Yeah, he is. As was Duncan Edwards and Lenny Henry.
Right, Billy, you've just gone from saying sort of Sam Allardyce, Duncan Edwards.
Yeah, well, like, I went
Lenny
comedian
Henry in the same
footballer,
sentence.
comedian. I went comedian, footballer, comedian.
All right, okay. I'm sorry, Great Wizard. I'm sorry. The Great Wizard of the Midlands there. Stop putting disrespect on Big Joe. I feel bad for the guy. I actually think he'd be good under a decent manager down the left.
Yeah.
Listen, I've said, and I've been quoted as saying, and people can go back and watch my videos, I have praised Joe Linton the last few weeks. So, I think...
Yeah, but he's still a pile of shite, though, isn't he? Like, but he is, though. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, nobody on this channel can say, oh, let's keep Joe Linton. We're rich. We're rolling in it in January. We must make sure that we keep Joe Linton. He'll be phased out. So, I'm just saying it like it is. Sorry. Carry on.
Thank you.
Well, he did play for the best young coach in the world a few years ago, Nagelsmann. So, there's a proper man coaching
but
him there.
he played well for Nagelsmann, and Nagelsmann put him in the team every week, so he can do something. Guys, we've got over 260 watching the show tonight, which is fantastic. So if you are enjoying the show, please smash the like button for me, and if you're new to the channel and like what you see, please do subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, super chats are available. Just hit the $sign at the bottom of the live comments, and it'll take you through that way. So thank you in advance, and thank you to everybody that's done that so far. Tom says, who's the mystery person off camera? Maybe it's them mucking about. There's no mystery person off camera.
The other Billy.
Is that the other Billy?
Oh, no, it's not Billy mucking about. Don't worry.
No,
He's, Billy's sound. Jan says, Joe Linton's to open a burger stand, apparently.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Nice. Are we going to
Yeah. Andrew says, I've got £1.90 for the Tyne Tunnel, which I'm willing to donate to Steve Bruce to fuck off through it.
That's cheap travel.
Yeah.
Keep the change.
Cheaper than the M6, put it that way. Thomas says, Adam, when you met Joe Linton at the training ground today, do you see anything about John Sinclair?
No, I didn't actually. I should have forgot about that, but I didn't meet Joe Linton today. So yes,
you know what you should have done, Adam? You should have said, Big Joe, can I get a photo for John Sinclair? And I tell you what, John Sinclair's ceiling would have been white this time tonight.
Oh,
I mean, it would have been incredible.
God.
Tom says, who the F cares about England? Nobody. K Moggy says, Richie Defo starting at left back again, and then Miggy in centre midfield for Spurs. Brilliance from Bruce.
Fuck.
Yeah. I take it that annoys you a bit, Ryan.
Well, Richie at left back does.
Yeah. I mean,
his position.
What do you think the problem is with Jamal Lewis? I mean, he's just not getting the game, and he's not getting. This must be doing his confidence absolute.
Because we got a fucking pile of shit manager who's fucking retarded.
But he's actually a left. I don't understand. Like, why are we not playing a left back instead of playing Richie left back? Like, why would you do that? Oh, it's just so stupid.
Well, he's already come out and said that he wants to start playing games now. Otherwise, he wants a loan, or he wants
I don't blame him. He's not getting any game time.
I mean, Adam, we were there at Wolves, and Richie was dreadful. I mean,
was
The only
crap,
chance
wasn't
Ritchie
he?
has is in a five, but when you play a fullback, Matt Ritchie as left back, he gets destroyed by the winger every single time. He's got no pace.
Yep.
He's not a good defender, really. I mean, the only thing he's good at is getting forward and putting crosses in the box. But
Well, his crossing was diabolical. His corners were terrible.
Shit,
I mean,
no.
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's,
Got no fucking power in his legs
I love his
anymore.
passion. I do love his passion, but he just hasn't got the Premier League ability, has he?
Yeah, I agree. Kendo says, Annie, do you believe the rumours that experienced manager Bruce is going to Bristol City?
We already have a very experienced manager in Nigel Pearson, so no.
Until they
He's
get
a good
relegated.
manager,
Oh,
I
my
think he
comments
really
have
needs
just
to keep-
jumped again. I hate this when that
Oh,
happens.
Michael just sent 120 pounds in.
Yes, he has. Thank you, Michael.
Wow,
Absolute
Michael.
legend again. Honestly, I mean, he basically, Michael runs this channel. Everybody knows that. Michael, you are an absolute diamond. Looking forward to catching up with you on Sunday again, matey. But thank you so much. You know, his kindness, I mean, that's just the kindness that people can do. And, it's easy for me sitting here saying, oh, yeah, he's donated money, so you're bound to say nice things about him. Screw that. Michael is genuinely a lovely, lovely bloke. I've met him. He's he keeps, when I was having all the trouble with the trolls, he would text me all the time asking if I was all right and stuff like that. And he said if I was going to the ground last Thursday night, he'd come and pick us up and come with me. He is genuinely a lovely bloke and a lovely human being. So thank you, Michael, again. You were an absolute star, mate, and everybody loves you, mate. Thank you so much.
I'm going to take off now. I got work. I'll let level 7 Dave come in if he wants.
Right.
Just like that.
If anybody wants to come on, click the link in the top corner. And Ryan, take care, mate. Get yourself back on next week, mate.
Yeah.
Bye, Ryan.
Take care. Don't fall off your horse, though. Take care.
Zorro, away!
See you, Shake Maple.
There you go. Guys, normally I do the fan forum for about an hour to an hour and a half, but I'm going to extend it a little bit tonight because I think obviously it's a happy celebratory one, given that last week's fan forum was like, it was like rehab, wasn't it, really? It was just, it was like going around the table thinking, Stephen's joining us. So good evening, Stephen.
Good evening, how are we?
Hi,
We
Stephen.
are very well.
Oh, yeah.
How was the takeover for, euphoria for you?
I thought it was brilliant. I loved it. I had a couple of big bottles of lager saved in the fridge, and I drank them both on the night. And it was a bit weary the next morning.
Do us a favour, mate. Have you got YouTube on somewhere?
Turn it down. Sorry, I just turn it down.
It's all right.
Level 7 Dave, you haven't been blocked, I promise you.
He's not blocked. He's not blocked. We're just full
Yeah,
again.
it's done now, Paul. Sorry.
Right, no bother, mate. That's fine. What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say, and that's
Sorry, that was me.
shocking, Danielle. Well, Stephen's talking about having a floaty head. I don't think anybody's head was as floaty as Danielle's on Friday morning, to be honest.
Literally, I avoided meetings at work. It was grim. I had to have a nap at lunchtime because I was so ill. It was just bad. I even messaged you to ask if I was fired. Remember?
I know you did. Oh, dear.
Champagne, see? Champagne.
I know. It gets to you. Super Cool says, send Joe to Brazil and thank him for his service. Kendo says, the only thing I don't want is to move from our stadium. Destroys the soul of clubs. This is going to be a big talking point, I think, over the next few years, is what to do with St. James's Park. And I don't think many people are aware that if they want to increase the capacity, we can dig down instead of going up. Spin the pitch.
It's not going to be
turn it.
Well,
That
we could,
John Hall suggested that.
yeah, but we can dig down as well. If you look, as much as I don't like mentioning Sunderland, did that with the Stadium of Light. They've dug down because when you go into Stadium of Light, the actual playing surface is lower than where you go into the ground. So it is lower. So we can do that. There is other ways of doing it. I mean, can you imagine an extra tier going onto the Milburn stand and around over the Gallagher and the Leazes? Jesus Christ, you're going to have a pilot's license to watch the game. Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. Ryan says Wilson is injury prone, no good long term. Level 7 Dave is asking why he's being blocked. I have no idea what you're talking about, Dave.
I think he's getting confused with the fact that we're full in terms of how many people we've got on. So when he's trying to click the link, it's saying he can't come on. He thinks he's been blocked, but he definitely hasn't.
Nah, nobody's blocked him. Rudolph, good evening. You think Newcastle will have to take in Saudi internationals to their first 11? No. Simple answer to that. I mean, if there's any good enough, then fair enough. But
good enough.
There'll be no room once I've bought all the players.
Yeah, you've got to remember Danielle's getting the checkbook, guys. So
I'm just going to raid everyone and just take everything.
Yeah.
Danielle's going on. Although we did say there was a pretty cracking attacking midfielder. I have no idea what his name was. Where he was in the best team and he was really, really good. So I mean, if he's good enough, bring it on.
Well, I think the Saudis are actually close to qualifying for the World Cup.
And they finished last 16 in 1994. They're historically, they're not a bad World Cup side for the Middle East, especially.
I mean, that'll be interesting. Saudi Arabia playing in Qatar. I mean, wow. Anyway, staying away from that. Andrew says this is the time for Callum Wilson to prove his true worth before any potential challenger to the number 9 shirt. Great player when fit and a clear leader up front. I don't think Callum Wilson will have a problem scoring goals if he gets the service. So,
he's another problem with Steve Bruce's team. Never mind an actual good team.
That's actually a good point. He does score goals in the Bruce team. So, Malcolm is saying Buddha Billy. So, Billy, you're a Buddha, not a wizard.
Buddha.
Yeah.
Billy the Buddha. He's my Buddha. I am heavy though.
There's your Christmas number 1 for you guys. Hey, get downloading. It's Billy the Buddha with He Ain't Heavy. Oh, dear me.
He's been having one too many ciders recently.
Oh,
I know he's not though.
Yeah. They can't rush the new appointment of a manager, or we could end up with another Dalglish or Souness.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they'll last very long, to be honest, if we've got another one of them in. Callum Wilson's wee lad is a supporter as well. He is indeed. Richard says Scotland are winning. Jeez.
Friggin' hell.
Well done, Scotland.
Yeah. It was 1-0 for us.
They're playing Faroe Islands.
Hang on. Billy Trey, you do not mean what you have just said there after your comments about Scotland in the Euros. You've just come out and said, well done, Scotland. That is a sham right there, if I've ever seen one.
To be fair, they're playing Faroe Islands away. So.
Yeah, they are.
Well done to them, of course.
That was so sacky, Billy. That was unbelievable. Honestly. The arguments you and Andrew had over the summer about Scotland, and then you've come out with that. Brilliant. Tangy says Callum Wilson has a point to prove for making the England squad for next year's World Cup too. So he will be focused as ever, I would imagine. It's a good point. I mean, I'll put it out there to you guys. I mean, will this takeover put Newcastle on the map when it comes to players playing for England?
Not the current ones we have.
No.
I don't think we've got England shit ever again with his injuries. I really think this is better younger strikers out there. But in terms of young England players coming in, definitely for the future. But in terms of the ones we have, probably not. No, I don't think any of our players can make the England squad.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I said the other night I would love to see the backbone and majority of our players to be young, greedy and keen England players or GB players. That would be brilliant. I would worry because Mr. What's his name? England manager. His name. I'm terrible on names. That's him. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. He's never looked at anybody up here. And it's like Adam just said, we haven't got the players at the minute. So if I was a young, it was a long time ago. If I was a young and decent England player, would I come? I don't know. If the money's there, yes. And once that a couple of years down the road, we'll start to build from there. Yeah, I'll probably come now. But I would worry because you look at McDonald. I mean, God, absolute superstar for the Newcastle. Yeah. Scores 5 goals. The only man ever to do it in a Wembley thing.
Dave, I'll just interrupt you 2 seconds. We have somebody brand new to the fan forum. Okay. Good evening to Dominic. Dominic, how are you doing?
Hey, you lads. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, how are you?
Dominic.
I'm all right.
Hi, Dominic.
Hello. I
So,
must say,
Dominic,
I'm not 10
go on.
years old, so you can relax. I'm not 10. I know
Whereabouts
it
you
may
from,
look it,
Dominic?
though. Well, I'm from Newcastle, but
Right.
I was stolen away from the Toon when I was very young. But I've moved back up now, so
All
I'm
right.
trying to get to every match I can currently.
Is that a bit of American twang I can hear in your voice?
No, everyone
No.
says it, but no, I've never been to America. I do plan to go, but I've never been.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Everyone says I'm American, but I'm not. I promise.
Okay, fair enough. You do. That's interesting. What was your thoughts then on the takeover? I mean, where were you and how did you find out about it, and what kind of did you go? How did you celebrate?
I was watching the TV like an eagle while doing my college work. Couldn't keep my eyes off of it. It was absolutely amazing. I think about at 4:00, I was like, Mum, can you take me to St. James's? So she jumped in the car and took me down to St. James's. I was there till 9:00, I think.
All right, so you were there. You were at the ground on Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I got to see Sam Fender there with his jazz man, which was pretty amazing.
Did anybody see the state of Sam Fender on Friday morning on BBC News?
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Tell you what, I didn't feel as bad when I saw him, mind.
No,
Oh,
he
God.
was in a right state.
You know, when you
He
look
really
at
was.
somebody and think, God, he just, he did not want to be in, he kind of did want to be there to talk about Newcastle, but given his physical situation, there's no way he wanted to be in front of a TV.
Yeah,
Billy
I love
said,
the bit where he said, "I think I'm still drunk," and I went, "Oh no,
Yeah.
shit, Sherlock."
I think he was. Billy says he went because his PC crashed. No bother, mate. We'll see you next week. Sammy says either you wear a proper Saudi headwear or don't do it. To you, guy with tablecloth on his head.
Listen, I mean, I'm trying to fit in. There's nothing disrespectful here. Obviously, Paul said yesterday when you drink alcohol with it on, then that is disrespectful. But in terms of this is nothing offensive.
Yeah, Sammy, can I just say that if you watched the show with Al Waleed on Sunday, I did put the question to him about it. Do the Saudis find it offensive? He said no. They find it quite fine as long as we don't sort of have alcohol like in the same picture as wearing the outfit, which is fair enough. It's their beliefs, and that's what. But apart from wearing the headwear, we can wear it any way we want. He actually gave a demonstration of how to wear it properly, but he said it didn't really matter. They know that the Newcastle fans are doing it in homage to the Saudis to say thank you for taking us over. So take your stupid comments and shove them up your ass. I don't actually know.
Bloody hell.
It goes from very
I'm sorry,
happy
but
to very angry quickly.
listen, right? I am sick to death of people like that coming on here and telling us what we should and shouldn't do, right? It's pathetic, right? It's a joke. We've just been taken over by the Saudis. Everybody is putting tablecloths and bloody towels or whatever it may be over their head to just act like a Saudi in celebration. Get over it! Jesus Christ, man!
All right, Daniel.
The worst owner in history and taken over by a group of Saudis. The one thing we're going to do is come on and take the piss out of them, innit?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's just stupid things to say. Go and take your stupid comments and go on a Sunderland channel. Jesus wept. How is? There's a few comments getting in here.
Who?
There's another one here from Rudolph talking about stuff going on in Saudi. Not very nice stuff, so I've kicked them. No, don't worry. Love Newcastle from Norway, says Zelkan. Josh says, wow, I've just seen your channel grow from 2.9k to nearly 4k in a few days. Congrats. Thank you, Josh. Yes, the channel is rising, but it's all thanks to you guys out there. Thanks to everybody that comes on the fan forums and is part of the channel. Danielle is a co-host. Me mods. I've actually got a king as a mod. It still hasn't sunk in. Jules backstage there, and Danielle obviously modding as well. So, I can't get here on my own. It's down to you guys, basically. And, I'll keep doing it as long as you want me to. AMHD. Hello, my friend. I am Sheikh Abdullah from Saudi Arabia. I want to sponsor your channel. And you take one of my wives.
Well,
I've never been offered that before. Malcolm says, please tell me Archer doesn't have a doppelganger. I don't think he does. Is the two of you Archer?
No.
Do you know what a doppelganger is?
No.
Yeah, we'll move on. Jonathan says, Annie's gone actually. Richard Masters, we are a big club now, so do one. Bring back Mikel Merino. Look, can we stop this bring back, right? Can we look forward, right? There's so many people saying bring back such and such, bring back such and such. Should we not be looking to the future, guys?
Yes, bring back no one, buy everyone.
They were good when they played for a club. They were good when these players play for a club. We need to move on now. We're the richest club in the world, and we need to get the best players in to replace them.
Yep, exactly. There is a space, guys, because I don't know where Archer's gone. I think he's gone to the toilet. So there's now a space. If you want to click the link and come on the show, you're welcome to. Thomas says, Paul, King of Morocco, is a doppelganger. No. Oh, I don't know what happened with my voice there. Jesus. No. I don't know what happened there. It went all never mind. We've got another newcomer to the fan forum. Lewis, good evening.
Good. Hang on 1 second. Good evening.
No bother.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, Lewis. Loud and clear. How are you doing?
Hi. 1 second. I'm going to turn my phone up because I can't really hear.
That's all right. Take your time. Take your time. No problem. So, how are you feeling after the takeover, Lewis?
Sorry, my phone's just.
Don't worry.
Stay. Yep, that's fine.
How are you feeling after the takeover?
I still can't believe it. Obviously, I was speaking to Adam when we were at St James's on Thursday, and it still hasn't sank in.
I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? How it's gone from sort of doom and gloom after Wolves, and then within a few days, we've got new owners.
Yeah, it's like we can't believe it. Like, as Newcastle fans, we don't ask for the world, but just to get Mike Ashley out of the door. Yep.
Oh, I think he's got a dodgy connection. He's gone.
Oh, bless him.
He'll come back, I'm sure. But Kendo says doctors on Tyneside are treating a pandemic of facial cramps from chronic smiling. I know. We'll all feel like the bloody Joker by Sunday. Gretty Hyde from Holland. Is that hello from Holland? Anybody speak Dutch?
Greetings. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Greetings from Holland. Hi. Connor says, goalkeeper-wise, I think we should get Nick Pope as a new goalie as backup for Dubravka.
I've seen loads of ones, but like the goalkeeper's not really a priority for me. I mean, we need a full team before the goalkeeper, so I think goalkeeper will be the last option I look for at the minute.
Yeah, I think we've always had strong goalkeepers. I don't see the point to go straight for another one when we've got good backup.
Dubravka's a good keeper. I mean, I'd stick with him for a few more years yet. I think he's still a brilliant keeper, so I wouldn't go for back up that. Sign any new goalkeepers. Like, I just don't think it's a position we need to improve on.
Well, Danielle, this one's for you because K Moggy's got a shopping list for you. In January, we should sign Max Aarons, Nick Pope or Dean Henderson, Eric Bailly, Jesse Lingard, and Oxlade-Chamberlain.
And that's just a start. That would be the first hour, like the first couple of phone calls. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure the Saudis are dying to give you a checkbook, Danielle.
How imagine, remember last week we were so depressed. And then like this week, like what the hell?
It's mental. Absolutely mental. It really is. Lewis is back again. You all right there, Lewis?
Yeah, sorry, my phone just crashed on me.
Don't worry.
Technology.
Don't worry.
The best of us, mate. Don't worry about it.
You can't help that. Aziz from Saudi Arabia is here. Good evening, Aziz.
Hi, Aziz.
Greetings from Jan Holland. Love your show.
That could be the Jan you're on about.
That could be him.
There's so many Jans. Whomever that guy is wearing that red thing.
Oh God.
Oh, not
Here
again.
we go again.
But that's all he says. Actually, doesn't actually say anything.
I might have deleted it.
All right. Hi guys, huge fan from India. How many points do you guys think we can get till transfer window? Well, has anybody seen our December fixtures? Jesus Christ.
They look horrible. Absolutely
I
horrible.
think in December we get nil points, 0 points in December.
Well, I don't know. The first of December is Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich and Burnley are 2 home games in a row. We need to get the 6 points and then
I don't know, I think we might get a canny few now. Like, We hope back again.
Danielle, what is in that Pepsi?
Yeah.
Just Pepsi, like, literally, like.
Nah.
Probably fog.
You're getting a bit of a rep now, Danielle. Everybody's saying probably vodka.
Got to be happy, won't
Yeah. Remind me not to take you shopping, Danielle.
I know.
Jim Bruce doing a handstand in a kilt. Who's Jim Bruce?
Him off Talksport, man. What's his name? Jim White.
It's Jim White.
Jim Bruce.
Jesus. Annie, listen, Annie's gone. I think Annie was supposed to be doing something else, and he just went off, didn't he? So either you were, here we go again. Why are you coming on here, Sammy? Get lost.
Listen,
Do
I
one.
bought this off eBay for like a tenner, letters off. I just got one off eBay.
Exactly. I bought mine off Amazon, right? I didn't get it from Saudi Arabia. I bought it off Amazon. I bought a little elastic thing to sit on my heat to keep it on in place. Do one.
It's only been a fun. It's only been a fun.
I got this out the kitchen.
Exactly. There you go. We'll have a go at Jason. He's got a tea towel on his head.
I've only just seen that.
I need one
For
now.
God's sake. Sammy, go and take your face for a shit, please. Chris Benoit, the wrestler, he's dead.
Oh,
no.
Would you keep Bruce
No.
if you? It's probably his name, Chris Benoit. There's more than one in the world, you know. Would you keep Bruce if we obliterate Spurs?
No.
One win doesn't clear the rest of the 18 months.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Well said. Andrew says, talk about managers. How about the forgotten man? What was his name again? I know who he's talking about, but I'm not going to mention that again. We have good keepers, said Kendo, but they're getting a bit old. Would love to see Cruel back. See,
wait, what?
Try go back. He's old now.
Isn't he older?
I'm gonna rip my beard off shortly, I swear to God.
But then goes
Hell's teeth, man. We've got the richest club in the world. Why do we want to go back for a goalkeeper who'll be in a Zimmer frame in a year's time? We don't need to go back for these players.
I swear he's on our keepers anyway. So,
Peter, when you become prime minister, right, make sure that people like that are in just obliterated from this planet. Okay?
Oh my.
Kendo, I love you. I'm only joking. Or am I? Super Cool says to Abdullah's, that's Adam wearing a turban as Shaman. He's not wearing a bloody turban.
Turban. No, I'm not wearing a turban.
Oh God.
Massive thank you to Ruvik225 for 250 Saudi Arabian, whatever the. That's terrible. I don't even know what their currency is. Is that what SAR means, Dave?
Yeah. Saudi Arabian Real.
Well, he's donated 250 Real.
Amazing.
Thank you very, very much for that. Very kind. And he's put a comment here saying, people complaining about Newcastle while every club in Europe have pocketed and spent blood money from being as TV rights. If Newcastle fans should feel bad, then every other fan base should do for taking money from Qatari-owned media. Well said.
Exactly.
Well said.
Perfectly said. And welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and you will be part of my family forevermore. I don't know what's come over me recently.
You're very animated.
It's getting to your head.
I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. Very animated.
Yeah?
Danielle.
Yes.
Right. You were animated on Thursday night because you were off your head on champagne, right?
Yeah.
I am off my head because I'm excited to see where this club can go. I have been, trust me when I say I have watched some shite over the years with Newcastle United. And this, in my lifetime, is the biggest thing in football for me as an individual and as a Newcastle fan. And I don't care how excited I get because I sit in the house all day doing videos, talking to cameras, and I am elated.
Do you know
I
what
will
it
always
is?
be elated.
That's what I'm here for, isn't it? I'm here for this. This is what I'm here for. So you be as animated as you want, pal.
Thanks. Who's just gone there?
Lewis
has got his dodgy camera again. Listen, even Billy Trey was doing a striptease before he came on live the other night. So, you know, that was that.
I can't believe that. I thought I would have forgotten about.
No. Right, we've got somebody in the chat called Simply Saudi Arabia. Good evening.
I am Samir from Saudi Arabia.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
And how's things over there?
I am from Jeddah.
From Jeddah.
So congratulations for the team.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much.
Cheers.
And what's the atmosphere like in Jeddah at the moment?
We are talking about Newcastle because before we wanted Marseille, but now we have invested in Newcastle.
And are you happy about that?
Of course, we are. Of course.
Good. And do you think Newcastle are going to sort of win lots of trophies in the future?
Oh, we hope so because we have competition with Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes, we will be in a lot of competition with them over the years. I guess we'll have to see. Let's have a look at some more of the comments. Jonathan says Bristol City are just a little club with not a lot of fans, as they only got Annie, Richard, Master. Jonathan's very bitter towards Annie tonight for some reason. Tim Krul is even older. Kendo finds my comment quite funny, which is fair enough. Bruce Out says C. Morgan. Kendo says he still looks young though. Yeah. Tim Krul never seems to age, does he? He's the type of player that will just seem to be aging forever. Bielsa, director of sport. Really?
No, you wouldn't leave Leeds.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Do you not think?
No.
If he was offered the money?
No.
No, I think he would still want to continue managing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him or his translator.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't believe he's still. Lingard for Richie, says Connor, would be an easy for him. I guess so. Jonathan David would be a class signing in January. Well, he's Canadian, isn't he, Jonathan David?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very, very good player. Jamie Place says sign Mbappe.
Soon.
We've lost Mr. Saudi Arabia. I don't know what's happened there. He's vanished. Ginger says, is there any point Shelby getting in shape? By the time he comes back, he will be one of the 6 players released.
Yes.
We still need him now, though, because the midfield's rubbish against Wolves. So we got to remember that we still have this team at the minute, and we need to push on to Christmas time at least.
Yeah. Mark says he'd go for Mahrez in January. In and out the Man City team, Torres is preferred by Pep.
I can't see him getting Mahrez. He's quality him. I can't see him even City at the minute.
Yeah. Another player that's been linked with us today in the press is Dele Alli.
No way.
Nope.
No, not anymore, wouldn't.
No.
Can I ask you why you're saying that?
Attitude, mainly.
Yeah, he's got a bit more attitude than me.
You haven't got that far, hasn't he?
He looks like Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. Lewis is back.
1 second. I'm going to turn my TV down.
No bother. You weren't posing as a shake there, were you?
Fingers crossed this will work. Bit rubbish.
There you go.
I think this is the most bizarre night of my life.
It's brilliant.
Oh dear. Tangy says Abraham is injured after coming on for Kane. Oh dear. Kendo says 12 out of 10 for the Dudley accent, Paul. Thank you. You know, I've had so many people private message me saying I should do voiceovers for adverts. The only voice I want to do is
what's the one you do with things for £1? I can't remember.
Oh no, I'm not getting into that. No,
good.
I'm not doing no Iceland shit tonight. I'm sorry. My voice isn't speaking enough tonight. Like I'm not. Sausage rolls a pound.
You couldn't read it. Yeah, couldn't read it.
Oh dear me, that's gone down the wrong way. Thank you for another 100. What is it? The currency, Dave?
Saudi Arabia Real.
Yes, another 100 from Ruvik225. I'm from Saudi, and regarding Newcastle fans wearing Saudi headgear or trying makes me really happy, and I feel proud that Piff is owning a club like Newcastle with the best fans in England. All the love to you, Newcastle fans.
Oh,
Thank you so
can
much.
you?
There you go. Does that not answer everybody's question? So, Adam.
Yep.
Take no
Crack
picking
on.
notice to them, mate.
Yeah.
You wear that and wear it with pride.
No, I will. Don't you worry.
With your Top Gun sunglasses on.
If you don't like it, hard Jeddah.
Oh, Jeddah. Oh, so what you did there, Billy. Nobody else picked it up. Only the brightest. Did anyone hear what Billy said there?
Yeah.
So if they don't like it, hard Jeddah.
No.
Oh.
I'll get my coat.
Dear me. Honestly. Luke says, I thought it was Vasters, not Masters. Oh, very clever. Very clever. Connor says, Billy, where is your staff that wizard's hold? Well, he's
Wouldn't
not a
you
wizard
like to
anymore.
know?
He's a Buddha. No. Remember, Paul, at least 12 players will be gone by next summer. At least 6 players will be in both windows. Yeah, we've got a lot of money to spend without even financial fair play affecting us at all. Dominic, who would you like to see come in?
Well, I've seen a lot of us. Yeah, we're being linked quite heavily with Coutinho.
Yeah,
I think
we are.
how old? 29, 30 years old now. He's getting up there, especially for an attacking midfielder. And if Barcelona are trying to ask, I don't know, I think it was 40 million or something. Like, you're having a laugh. We're the richest club in the world, but we're not idiots. You know, I'd say 20, 25 tops for him. But he is a class player, and I'd love to see him in black and white.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think there's a few players that I think genuinely, you know, we're all of agreement. I think with Newcastle, it's very important that we go into the January summer window and get the players in that we know will take Newcastle away from the danger zone. Yeah. We have to have a different manager by then, simply have to, because if we've still got Bruce in charge, he will not be able to attract the players that we need. And if we still got Bruce in charge by January, I think we could be already, you know, way behind everybody else. So they would have to be taking a massive risk, and I don't know. Dave, I've just got a message off you saying level 7. Dave's trying to get on. He's not even showing up in the waiting room. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm
messaging to see what's going on.
We've got another newcomer to the forum. We've got Andrew. Good evening, mate.
Hey man, how we doing?
All right.
So again, I agree. Which, like, of all the signings, like we need someone who can actually, like, get the spine back. You know, because we're letting in too many goals, and it all depends on which manager we get next.
Yeah. Who do you want it to be?
I don't know, because what's unrealistic? Because it's a building process. It's like, do we get someone young and English? Do we get a youngster like that Leicester French guy that was in the news today? Again, I just don't know. I really don't know. But and also, what's it attacking wise? Do we stick with Maximan, our main guy, going up, or do we just try and support him? There's so many what ifs.
Yeah, I think we need to play St. Maximan in his proper position. He's not a striker. He was lost against Wolves, wasn't he, Adam? He was just nowhere. He was trying to do everything himself. He wasn't getting any help as well. But one guy that's been linked again today is Fofana.
That's the guy I was on about, yeah. And he's interesting.
Yeah,
he is.
Fofana.
Got a broken leg in him.
Hey, he's still better than what we've got.
Yeah, one-legged Fofana is probably better, to be fair, than some of the nutters out there. Gemma says, now wrong with the Dudley in Northumberland. I used to work out and donate blood in the John Willie Sams up the Crammy.
Get in, Gemma. That's where I'm from.
You can tell you're from. I know where you're from, Danielle.
Well, I'm not. I'm from the West End, really, but I live in Cramlington now.
Damn right, woman. And you survived.
Oh, here we go. Why am I still getting comments from this person?
Because you're rising to it, man. You're
But
rising
Nottingham,
to
it's just not happening. You're still.
Sammy
they're still
Amiobi.
coming through. Julie's having a fit on the chat.
My
Isn't it
mods
like
are
35?
failing me.
I feel like Steve Bruce.
Oh my God, it must be bad. Jesus Christ. Fun fact, the best Saudi headwear, Shamach, is made in England. I'm sure it doesn't cost much. Well, it doesn't matter. I bought mine off Amazon. I'll reiterate. Amazon, Sammy. Amazon, right? Not from bloody Jeddah or wherever it may be. I bought it from Amazon in England. Next day delivery on Prime. Thank you very much.
Next day delivery.
Bruce is the last remaining Ashley sympathizer.
Oh, big Chon, he's still there. I'd give it him as well.
Yeah. Faisal says his name is Adam and he is awesome. And that's from a Saudi. So there you go.
Thank you.
Sammy, again, go and look in the mirror, have a word with yourself, and take your face for a shit. Eski says, big name manager isn't happening straight away for me. We are still a club battling relegation, remember. Yes, but we have lots of money.
Yeah, but like, what do we do with that? What do we just get the defense and hope that we stay in the Premier League? Or do we try and get goals? I mean, there's so many what do we do here? Do we build from the future or right now?
Andrew, the thing is, right, we can do anything we want.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not sunken. Like
it clearly, but you know, we are the richest club in the world, and you know, when we talk about bringing players,
I never get bored of saying that. Never get bored of saying that.
Not at all.
I'm still buzzing, mate. Like I just don't know what for. Like it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real.
I know that. I mean, we've got look. It doesn't feel real. We've got one guy with a tablecloth on his head, one guy with a tea towel on his head. You know, I've got a shamach here. I've got a proper shamach, right? I don't care what anybody says. However, right, it will not sink in for months probably. It probably won't sink in until next summer. So there you go. We'll see what happens. Andrew says it's now a time of champagne and caviar rather than panda pop and pork scratchings.
Andrew, that's a good one.
Yeah. We are the richest, not the biggest yet. Look, come on. Give over. Trolls, really? You should be more sensible than that, my man. We are the richest, and we've always been the biggest. We've always been the biggest, and now we're the richest.
Yeah, I think
oh,
now we
Sammy's
just have
back
to
again.
enjoy it.
Faisal, I don't accept my culture being ridiculed. Sammy?
Well, it's not
ridiculing it.
Not ridiculing it, you knobhead.
Like, what's it? Like, fair enough. If we have shit, what's it whilst doing it in religion? But we're not. We're celebrating.
Look, Sammy isn't Saudi Arabian, right? I can guarantee you that because Saudis don't talk like that. Okay, we know who the proper Saudis are that come on and chat. Sammy, really? Stuart says, won't get a big name manager till next season when they have time to build their own team. Faisal's telling Sammy to relax. Now, yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
I actually paid £118 to get Joe Linton on the back of my Toon top. Oh, dear me. Oh, God almighty. Dear
Sympathies.
Me.
Where'd you start there?
Yeah. 118 quid? That's worse than paying £6.10 on the M6, man. Jesus.
Oh, he's still going. So, yeah, I've got to pop off.
Yeah,
Thank you
no
for
bother,
having me.
Dominic. Thanks for coming on. You're welcome back anytime, mate. Every Tuesday night, the Fan Forum, buddy.
I watch this show a lot, and I'm always like, damn, I have to get on there. So, Paul, I'm going to try and catch you at the Tottenham match.
Yeah,
I got
brilliant.
tickets
Come and
for
say
that.
hello, mate. Yeah, brilliant.
So, yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thank you for having me.
No bother, mate. Take care, Dominic.
Thank
you.
you.
Right, we have another spare spot. We've got about, well, I don't know how long's left. About 20 minutes or so, I think. I'm quite enjoying the Fan Forum tonight, actually. It certainly is. Right, let's see where we are with... Tom says, Gateshead are doing very well. Look like they may get promoted. I mean, were they that good on Saturday?
Oh, yeah, I was impressed by him on Saturday.
I didn't think Boston played bad as well, but Gateshead would just had too much for them. And hopefully Gateshead, I think it's about time Gateshead get their opportunity to get promoted back to the National League after being wrongfully kicked out of it.
Who else went off there? Who's disappeared?
Stephen, I think. But
he's back. He's back. It's all right.
About Gateshead, though, it's the first time I watched him. I was really a fan of that striker Langstaff he scored. I was really impressed.
Man.
Yeah, good player. I enjoyed the football when I went to see them against Gloucester. They played really, really well. Very, very attacking wise, played some lovely football. Gemma says, yes, Danielle, Joe Linton is overrated. Couldn't score in a brothel with a wad of cash.
Well, he's overrated, like, Jesus Christ. No one thinks so.
Conte will make Joe Linton the next Lukaku. Oh, I think that's a big statement.
He's a manager, not magician.
No.
Andrew says Joe Linton would be fantastic with a regular place on the wing. Any one of the Ryanair fleet would do. Oh. Come on. This is Big Joe we're talking about here. Kendall says Big Joe Linton is too slow and can't strike the ball hard enough. He's had more than a fair crack. Possibly.
Yeah, now John's seen him.
Oh. Billy, behave yourself. Paul says Danielle is spot on. Why is everyone agreeing with Danielle? Joe Linton isn't a footballer, had 70-odd games and proved he's not a footballer. Being a little less shite than normal doesn't mean he's a footballer. Get rid. Fair enough. Stephen says I'll have a double centre back. Tom says I meant the problems with the mic earlier. I know. Yasir Al-Rahmani expects PIF to be worth $2 trillion by 2030.
Wow.
Just saying.
I don't think he's taking into account all the money I'm spending in January, mind.
Yeah, that's
yeah, Danielle's going to be on a big spending spree. Adam looks like Rick Astley hiding under a table. Legend. Okay. Adam, you're a legend. I don't know where he's gone. He's obviously gone to...
Gone to do.
Probably. Richie is shit, man, says Mr. Morgan.
No, he's not shit.
Cannot cross the ball. Well, listen, he was terrible at Wolves. I mean, his crossing, he couldn't clear the first man, and for corners, it wasn't good, guys. It really wasn't. Charles says, "Don't worry, lads. Bruce will show us what he can do, and seconds after the match, will be sacked." Yeah. Kendo says Jamal Lewis is a Keegan defender, great to support attack and less in defence, but has ASM in front of him. Possibly. Wow, what a dunno.
I think talking about Michael's donation.
Yeah, it's donation,
Oh,
I think.
okay. Sheikh Pearson has he's back. So Up the mag says, Adam, you're so sexy. Say some kind words to me.
Thank you for your generosity. Yes, I'm sexy. Shit.
Michael says, Baz, you need to calm down. You cheeky git. Calling me Baz. Listen, I'm not. God, it's like bloody mud. Somebody says something that sticks. Jeddah is on the west coast of Saudi Arabia. Thank you for letting us know that. He is not from Saudi, got a cat under his chin. There you go. Chris was the eagle-eyed there. Didn't think he was from Saudi. Paul's really struggling. I was struggling to sort of actually believe that he was from Saudi. I mean, does anybody on the
camera off? To be fair, but then I thought that's not very professional to do that. So.
Yeah, well, I had to sort of, I didn't want to be sort of like Billy said.
Yeah.
I had to maintain my professionalism, even though
you were being kind. Well done.
Yes. Well done.
Oi, lads and lasses and people with glasses. Thanks very much. He doesn't have a Saudi Arabian accent, and his accent is a bit made up. No shit. Newcastle deserve the takeover. Yous have history, unlike City or Chelsea, deserve to be back up there like us. Thank you very much. I believe you're a Liverpool fan. Just as for the 97, yep, definitely are. Connor says, do you think Lascelles will drink out his football boot if we win the title next season?
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Damn straight. I think everyone will.
I mean, listen, I think we'll all drink out with shoes if we win the title. I mean, I am quite happy to take off my shoe and drink beer from it. I will not have a problem with that at all. Oh my God, This Is Me is making an appearance on the fan forum. Can it be? Good evening. Hello.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. How are you?
So I'm happy finally to be on your show.
Yeah, I'm glad you've come on. Actually, persuaded yourself to come on this time, have you?
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Still sort of getting over pinching myself about the takeover.
Yeah.
Still waiting to wake up. But if it's a coma, I'm hoping that they don't ever wake me up.
Yep, exactly. Whereabouts are you?
Cape Town, South Africa.
Right.
Nice.
I know you're a regular commenter on the channel, so thank you for that. It's nice to put a face to a name.
Well, I wanted to say thank you for all those sexy voices as well for my wife and I.
You're very welcome anytime. I mean, I remember some of your comments made about my voice and what it's done for your love life. So I'm happy for you. I really am. Let's have a look at some of the new. Jan says this new one is a joker. I speak many lingos, and he's pretended to be from Jeddah. Listen, I wasn't had. I mean, let's face it. We all knew that was a fake Saudi man coming on, if it even was a man. George says that beard, though. I mean, I think you're being had. Listen, I knew from the minute he said Saudi Arabia, and he came on looking like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The new owners
for change.
The new owners should sign Jermaine to 4.
No.
I mean, this is me. What is your actual name?
Chisray.
Right. Okay, because I don't want to call you "this is me" all the time. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, who would you like to see come in as manager?
Well, I actually agree with Danielle. I think she spoke about Nagelsmann.
Another one.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, what I'm more concerned about is just getting a proper director of football at place so that we can actually take care of the infrastructure, leaving Amanda Staveley to the financial aspect of things and leave the footballing things to footballing people.
Fully agree. Yeah, fully agree there, man. What's it? We need to gut it out. We need to gut it out. What's it from the backboard or the pitch? And what's it? Just get everything out and get in. Yeah, I totally agree.
There's a lot that we need to fix from the academy to wheelie bins and everything. So, like a proper director of football would actually take care of all of those things.
Yeah. Super Cool says, folks, I think he was lying. He wasn't Saudi. I am Saudi, and I know 100% that's not a Saudi accent. It's a made-up one. Okay. We know it was Santa Claus, really, because he was just waking up from his little summer break, and he's starting to pull himself together. How do I join your face chat? Stephen, the link's in the live comments, mate, right at the top. It's pinned. Just click on that. That'll take you through. Samuel says, what about Harry Kane? No, we've already spoke about him. Coutinho.
I'm sorry, guys. We need one key marquee signing, and which one would it be? Just one. Like, and everything else is like established Premier League. What's it to get us by? But you can have one marquee signing of everything. What would it be?
Is it got to be realistic, or you just pick anyone?
Is it got to be realistic? Yes, Adam. Yeah.
200 million. Come on, one.
Chiesa. Enrico Chiesa.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll say Jude Bellingham.
Oh, there's a shout.
Do you know? I said that the other day.
Listen,
What's that? I'll comment on you.
I'd go for Coutinho, mate. I think Coutinho, and then a few other players to bolster up the midfield. Maybe say like a Ward-Prowse, James Maddison.
Forwarding, forwarding as well. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, Danielle, just send Danielle shopping, and she'll come back with anything.
Take them all.
Yeah,
I think Paul will find that Amanda's to-do list is not quite as long as Daniel's to-buy list.
Yeah, Danielle's got quite a list. Yeah, it's just
it's long.
Tsunami says Coutinho and I thought that said Coutinho and Batman there. I was going to say, what the hell?
Why not?
Samuel actually thinks the guy was Saudi. Oh dear. You can do better than Coutinho. There you go. Hyper Giggle says Declan Rice, Calvert-Lewis. Oh, that should be Calvert-Lewin and Jude Bellingham. Yeah.
Why not?
Yep.
Yeah.
To be fair, Dele, Lingard, and Willock in the middle of the park. Well, nobody seems to want Dele Alli in the fan forum tonight.
I take Lingard.
Well, they bring back the defensive midfield, don't they?
Yeah. Has the takeover had any big news in South Africa?
Well, I belong to a group of about 20 plus, maybe more, Magpie supporters. So there aren't a lot of us, but we sort of end up glumming together. This is actually how I'm trying to get your subscription back up.
All right. Thank you very much. I think. How long have you actually supported Newcastle?
Geez, since just before Kevin Keegan sold Andy Cole.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's cringy.
So you can't be accused of being a plastic fan. That's a certainty.
I actually was accused of that today, but yeah,
Really?
I'm having too much fun to even take it seriously.
It's
pathetic.
Somebody said on Twitter or was it Facebook the other day, if you can't walk to the ground, you're not a fan. I'm thinking, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, what's the
it
safest
really annoys me that.
Yeah,
I've got a hell of a long walk to get to the ground.
I mean, listen, there was Manchester City and Man United fans putting on Twitter yesterday that I actually saw one tweet that actually said, "Thank you to Manchester City for such brilliant years. I'm now going to support Newcastle United." Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Gemma, thanks for the £4.49 super chat. Commented, agreed, Danielle, been to the stadium is shite once for an England game, going again next year for Ed Sheeran gig. We'll need a Dettol shower when I'm home. Damn right you
I'll
will.
send you a hazmat suit. Get your hazmat suit. You'll be
God almighty. The old fella is muted. Who is the old fella? Never mind. Declan Rice would be a solid move. I hope Newcastle don't go for Coutinho. I rate him, but like 90% of Brazilian players after 30, they go down fast, especially attacking type players.
Ruined by injury as well, hasn't he?
Up the max, Paul. You turned me on. Did it be starting on me? You know, you can be Adam's friend. You think Adam's very sexy, but Scouse says you have 200 million to spend. Apparently, lad, you can do some sensible business, unlike United. Yes,
we are United.
Up the max says Peter, you're fit. Says up the max.
Oh my.
Welcome in. Thank you all. Love back to you in Saudi. Danielle, you're awesome. Give me kind words.
Oh. I don't know if I know any kind words, to be fair.
Yeah, you're talking to the Simon Cowell of Newcastle United here.
It's true.
Look at that, sitting like a Bond villain, stroking a bloody cat. Like she's, hello, Mr. Bond. Jesus Christ.
I don't want you to win, Mr. Bruce. I want you to leave.
Keith says you would make a good radio announcer, Paul. Well, thank you.
You would?
Coutinho's past his best years, need to dodge him. Up the max, Paul, you're attractive. Dear God. Toon Barmy says bypass Kane and take Son. Yeah,
yes.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Yep.
Add him to the list.
That's a good show.
Definitely. Brandon says Wilson, Maxi, Miggy, Willock, Hayden, and Jamal simply because he's an amazing captain. And by the way, Adam, don't listen to these. Your vids are classmate. Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with you on Jamal Lascelles being an amazing captain, unfortunately.
No.
But everybody has their own opinion. Lewis, thank you for the £4.49. How the hell can you walk to the ground if you in a wheelchair or have a disability or old age pensioner? Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be improving all of that as well, to be honest, Lewis, in the future. We know that the ground needs severely upgrading, to be fair.
I think he's just joking on about that guy's comment earlier about obviously fans voting to the stadium. Like, I don't know if he's actually being serious.
How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Just because you're a sheikh, you're not a mind reader, Adam.
That's how I
That's what I said all about the idiot on Facebook saying if you can't walk to the ground, you're not a proper fan.
Yeah.
Here's me being nice to disabled and OAPs, Dave. You should be happy about that, right?
Yeah, I'm all very much so. Yes, I'm nearly both.
I'll be happy to push you into the ground when you're on your commode, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, cheers, bud.
You're welcome.
At the end.
We've got about we'll do about 10 more minutes of this show, guys. for Sheezy. Hi, my first time here. Toon Army. I can't believe we're finally rid of Mike Ashley. He broke my heart so many times over the last 14 years. I can't believe how optimistic it is, everyone. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. And yes, we agree 100% with that. Son is defo a better buy than Kane.
Yep.
How about Raheem Sterling?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Danielle, remember, I've got headphones on.
So is Pet, sorry.
You're all right. You're all right. But that was a very enthusiastic yes.
Definitely for me.
Right. Can we send some of our players to cash converters?
We'll take some of them.
Imagine if we get Son in January. Kendo says, if Man United came in with an offer of over 100 million, do you think Bruce would let Gale go? Yeah.
Good one.
Didn't Sterling demand a pay rise when he was at Liverpool?
Yep.
I think he's on mammoth money, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the most paid players.
Isn't it 400k?
Something like that.
KK says, loving the content. Thanks for keeping us informed. Take care, guys. Could that be Kevin Keegan?
Oh, I wish it was.
Could be Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God, buddy. Of all the names you could have come up with, you come up with her.
Kieran
What
Knightley.
kind of bloody butter are you?
Kieran Knightley.
Kieran, that'll do, Billy. That'll do.
Jeez. I hope Newcastle do the Mbappe thing where they loan a world-class player, insert name here, and pay the transfer fee later. Can you imagine that? They're not that desperate for second-hand goods. Tarkovsky is the one RE defence. Peter, you said last night you'd take him, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. Very solid centre-back. We definitely need that position strengthened because the amount of goals we've conceded this season, my word. I'd happily say goodbye to a lot of the defence very, very soon. I would.
We need some centre half with pace, don't we? It's got to be. We've got to have a solid.
There's no
we've got to
pace
have
in the
pace
back
for sure.
now. There's not. It's been long
It's
gone
one thing we
since.
lack is pace. I'd say
Fernandez
everybody's
lost pace. Clark's lost pace.
Yeah,
But actually, on that thought, Shane's actually just scored 2 goals now, hasn't he? So, like under a proper manager, we still have some class.
I mean, who would your ideal signing be?
I still maintain I don't care about player signings at the moment. All I care about is getting the infrastructure right and the director of football.
Yeah. I think as Newcastle fans, we have to show a bit of patience, to be honest. I think there's a lot of people getting very carried away on social media about, especially about the Steve Bruce thing. A lot of people are like saying, they're going ballistic because he hasn't been sacked yet. Look, I don't know about anybody else, but from what I know of Amanda Staveley over the last 4 years is I trust in her. I trust what she's going to do to sort of spearhead this new consortium. She's obviously going to be at the forefront of a lot of things. I think that's pretty obvious to everybody that she is going to be the main face of things, along with Mira, her husband. They're going to be very, very pivotal parts in this big cog. And I really trust her. I trust what she's saying. I trust the plans they've got. And I trust they will do the right thing with Steve Bruce. We have to. They haven't even been in a week yet. So, there's probably a lot of... let's face it, they've probably gone in and there's a lot of shit that needs sorting out at that football club, to be fair. Yeah. And so you're right. Infrastructure is very, very, very important. Who have I just lost there?
Stephen's gone.
Oh, yeah. He's I'm off now. No problem, Stephen. Take care, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Let's have a look at some more comments. Jan says, get Gavi, only 17-year-old, but he will be the next top player. Who does he play for?
He's at Barca, I think, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. We're removing the comments. Yeah, thank you. Julie's hot on something. Perla or Arsene Wenger would be a good... Arsene Wenger, I think he's a bit old now. I think he's had his time, really.
Yeah.
If he came in as some sort of advisory role, fair enough. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But as a manager, I don't think.
I don't think he'd be a good project manager. I think he needs his team right there and then so he can manage the top players. But I don't think he can start with what we've got and build from that.
Yeah.
Do you think on Sunday there's going to be like a big unveiling of the new owners and they're going to come out onto the pitch and stuff?
Oh, definitely. I think
I
think the prince himself's going to be there, isn't he? One of the princes is going
His
to be there.
Excellency.
Yep. Oh, sorry, Danielle. I think
Yeah,
Dave, are you not? You're escorting them on, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know. I'll let somebody else do that. I don't want to get the limelight, So
We've got a new comer to the channel again. We've got, is it Quazim? Hello.
Kasim. Thanks for having me.
Kasim.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yes, I can. Yeah, we can. How are you?
I just said thanks for having me. I'm fine,
You're
thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I just wanted to say I'm a Chelsea fan,
right?
And I'm an Arab,
right?
So I think Newcastle, the good day is coming. I think for Newcastle.
Yes, they are.
I mean, as a Chelsea fan, obviously you've had your fair share of success over the years. And you've took lots of stick for being, money's bought you titles and things like that. I mean, what advice would you give to the Newcastle fans when we're going to take that sort of abuse in future years? Because it's coming our way already about the money and things like that.
Yeah, I think now it's down to jealousy. Yeah, I think people jealous because they don't have that rich owners. In my opinion, I mean, realistically speaking, if you're gonna have a rich owner, you're gonna obviously have it for your club. But if somebody else speak otherwise, that's jealousy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think Newcastle will do well. I think the Prince Mohammed bin Salman will invest a lot for the city and for the club. And I think in no time, Newcastle will be there, in my opinion. So I think it's a good news for a Newcastle fan, Newcastle City. Mm-hmm. And if it's someone say otherwise, I think that's jealousy, in my opinion. I don't know what you think.
I mean, obviously, as a Chelsea fan, the so-called big six, as they've been known as, have had a kind of not been happy regarding this takeover. But as fans, I mean, how have the fans at Chelsea reacted to the takeover? Because obviously it's going to be more competition for the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United, etc. So do the fans see it as a good thing that there's going to be more competition?
We definitely is going to be, more competition. For me personally, I'm happy because the league is going to get even more competitive, because Prince is going to come with the money and he's going to try to, choose the best facility for the club, the best player coming eventually. The fan base Chelsea obviously in a split, but as I said to you, for me, I have no problem. I think Newcastle City and Newcastle fan been waiting for this for a long time. I think they deserve it, man. So why not?
Well, it's nice to hear certainly a fan of Chelsea saying that, because obviously there's been some very, very strange comments on social media.
Yeah, because I mean, we had it, when Roman coming in and they said all this money and blah blah blah, and it was just to me it was jealousy, and Newcastle now having it now. Your turn now, guys. Different fans from different clubs saying Newcastle this, Newcastle that, but ultimately, I think it's a jealousy. So I think Newcastle fans deserve it. They gone through, bad time with the previous owner, and I think why not?
Well, as I say, very kind of you to say so from an opposition fan's point of view, because sometimes you get a lot of jealousy with a lot of other supporters, and but I think, to be honest, that there has been a lot of certainly, I've been receiving messages on Twitter and things like that from Man United fans, from Chelsea fans, Spurs fans, and things like that, actually happy for the club being taken over, because they know the suffering that the fans have been through. And I guess, if we look back to Chelsea before they were taken over, I remember Stamford Bridge. Billy, Dave, you'll probably remember, maybe Peter, when it had the big sort of you know, you could park about 25 buses behind each goal because the stands were so far away. And it was a terrible ground. It had the one main stand and the rest of it was just shambolic. So, you know,
But the
you guys-
difference is, I think Newcastle, they got the big stadium, they got the fan base. I think, I think, so the Prince is gonna inject regard the facility, maybe the structure. You know, I think he will do it right, and the money is not an object. So I think I believe in no time Newcastle will be there. I think he's not. It's not like he has to start from scratch. I think that the stadium there, the fan base there, is going to improve the facility and is going to get the right manager and the right players. And I think Newcastle are going to be there in no time, in my opinion.
So when Roman took over at Chelsea, you know, you as Chelsea fans, were you worried about what he might do, or were you really optimistic about the future of the club?
Of course, I was optimistic, mate. The guy came with the money, and to be fair to Roman, I mean, we couldn't do it without Roman because he's invested a lot of money, and he loves his football, he loves his club, and I'm pretty sure the Prince of Saudi Arabia, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, he will do the same, because the Arabs is one thing. I don't know, you know or you don't know about the Arabs. They don't hold back. They're very combative. If they want something, they will invest. So I'm an Arab and I know that very well, mate. So so they do competition with each other. So he was gonna go there and he's gonna get the best manager, the best players, the best facilities, and the club in no time, in my opinion, is gonna be there. So it's coming. A good day is coming for Newcastle, in my opinion.
Yeah,
we really need that.
Yeah, we do. We really need it. I mean, you know, we've suffered enough over 15 years from an owner that really doesn't give a crap. If we're honest,
Can I just say something quickly?
Yeah, go on.
I went to Newcastle academies because a few times because my son he plays for Hull City, so we played Newcastle a few times.
All right.
I went to there watching. Newcastle is good. It's not bad facility, but I think the Prince is going to improve it even more. I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're looking forward to. The whole training ground getting reborn kind of thing, the stadium getting upgraded. There's a lot to do. It's not, and like I say, it's not going to happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for Chelsea. It didn't happen overnight for Man City. There was a steady build.
No.
You know,
but I think I've got a feeling. Newcastle is different. You know, I've got a feeling. I mean, they keep comparing them with City and Chelsea, in particularly. But I've got a feeling Newcastle project is different because I think the Prince. I've got a feeling Newcastle is gonna do it in a short time than Chelsea and Newcastle and City. I've got a feeling because I think the Prince of Saudi Arabia has got loads of money. I know he's got to invest it wisely, and I know you're gonna say about he's always got some amount of money to invest. But I think in no time, I really do believe Newcastle is gonna be there. And I just wanted to ask you guys, what manager do you like to have, and what players do you like to have before I go?
Danielle, you can answer that first, seeing as you know.
Get the list out.
Go on, Danielle.
Well, manager-wise, I really want Antonio Conte, but I feel like at the moment, because I feel like he's got the right attitude to come in and, you know, bring some discipline into the dressing room because we've got none. But I don't know if I'm being a little bit too ambitious there straight away. I don't know if we just need somebody to kind of get through the rest of this season and keep it up and then build from there. So we might bring somebody on in, you know, like, I don't know, Frank Lampard maybe till the end of the season. I don't know. But players, like, it's unlimited, isn't it? I mean, let's go for like Raheem Sterling, Coutinho. Let's bring a lot in. Let's just get them all in and get all of them.
Yeah, but why is your priority, you know, position now? If you go in January and decide to get 3 players, what is your priority, you know, position wise? What do you think?
Centre back, midfielder, and a striker.
Yeah.
I think you need a definitely midfielder. Yeah. I think. What do you think about? I really rate Tony from Brentford. I think he's a very, very good player.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would do all right for Newcastle.
He used to be.
You know, average Tony. Yeah.
That was one of Rafa's big mistakes.
I think I'd be very. Yeah. Yeah, he's originally from Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You let him go, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's absolutely fantastic, my mate. I can't believe you let him go. I think he's
that was
brilliant.
one of Rafa's
I'd be
mistakes, to
very
be honest.
surprised. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he stayed to Brentford next year. I think big club will come for him, 100%.
Well, time will tell, my man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
No
You've been
problem. Thank
absolutely
you
great,
very
guys.
much.
I need this effort. Thank you.
Thank you for
Take
coming
care,
on,
guys.
mate. Take care.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Thank you.
Well, that was really canny. You know, getting a Chelsea fan on saying that absolute spot on. Lovely bloke. So well done.
Nice words from him, Flo.
We have words from a Saudi Arabian for Adam. This one is for Adam. I showed you video drinking beer with the shemag to all my friends, and they loved it. Don't mind the bullshit comments. We love it. All the best to you all.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, mate.
There you go. Trull says I have to walk then swim so hard to get to the stadium.
Oh, bless him.
Get some Belgian players in. The good remember Albert. Yeah, I remember Albert. We've got Football Style, who I believe is from Saudi Arabia. Am I right? Good evening.
Hello. Do you hear me, guys?
Yes, you can hear loud and clear. Now, you're definitely Saudi Arabian, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, we had one. I don't know whether you saw. Someone was trying to dress up as a Saudi Arabian before and ended up looking like Santa Claus. But never mind.
Maybe it's like different country in Middle East, so he's acting, or you know.
Yeah, I think he was from England, mate. I think he'd had a bit of a drink and just decided to come on and try and act out. How's obviously I had Al Walid on Sunday on the show, and you know everything is. Everything's well. The whole atmosphere over in Saudi seems to have, gone crazy since the takeover.
Yeah, I agree, because when I go to like seeing the news of in Saudi Arabia, it's popular right now, because now it's like across the different cities in Saudi Arabia, so it's now become popular, and many Saudis like love sport like football sport. They get influence at the club, so they will be like loving this club from now on, like Man City, like in the United Emirates. And in my opinion of the takeover was a good success, because you guys deserve it for 14 years with Mike Ashley. And this will be like something for the future and to compete trophies, because you have guys' history as usual. But I'm telling you that I'm like in the starting point, I was a Chelsea fan. But then I could say like my second club will be like Newcastle, because I just want to say. But I'm very happy for this like news, because last year, 2 years or 3 years before, I see the news that Mohammed Salman Prince, he want to buy the club, but things not get through because of the Premier League issue and blah blah blah. But this year it's like spot on, like straightly there's no issues. So then the investment, they just bought it. And
what were your thoughts on the way the Premier League handled this whole takeover?
I think it was like complicated, but it's good. That's it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think they had anything to hide?
I don't think so, because no, I don't think because it's like clearly to the like their statement and everything is hidden. But before, of course, because being sport and stuff like that, so it's get issues. That's before like the starting point of the news about it. So yeah. I just wanna say that I love the club as now, like as in like with you, like a fan group with you as a team. I'll support you. And I'm very excited what will happen, because straightly as an investor by Yasser Armai, he will start to make the facilities improvement upgrade, and starting on to the top, like upgrade till to get the high quality as different clubs, like the top 6, top 5 clubs. That's what they gonna do first. But then they have to start buying players, like maybe we can buy in January like 5 players, and we have the 200 million. So like maybe we're gonna buy James Starks, the Burnley defender, the one I forgot. And Coutinho maybe, and we will see at striker point, but it depends on, because if the striker improves before the January, Callum, what's it called, Wilson?
Yeah.
Yes, Callum Wilson.
Yeah, if he improves, then maybe not going to buy a striker, but we will see. We will see what the future like after 2 months or 3 months in the January transfer. But I want to say that that a lot of people are getting happy and they wear tradition. There's no problems. Like, we don't have any effect if you wear our clothes or culture. Just enjoy it, because we are like friends. Like, there's no hate or hate, because I see the comments like, why and this and this and this. No. It's fine. Like, as tradition, this is like, give us like love from us. So,
it is. It's just showing gratitude and love to you guys. That's all it's about. You know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah.
That's why all the fans are doing it, no matter how ridiculous we look.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just our way of saying thank you to the Saudis, really, for getting for actually choosing our club, for coming in, for changing our lives as football fans, as far as we're concerned,
you deserve
and
it.
giving us a bit of hope.
You deserve it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Welcome.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You take care of yourself. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you know, just so many, you know, and he was definitely Saudi, by the way, because you know, he's actually followed the channel for a while now. So Frank Lampard has commented, guys. We'll do about 5 more minutes of the show, and then we'll all head. What time is it in South Africa?
It's just a minute past midnight.
Are you only an hour ahead of us?
Yeah. I mean, we don't do the daylight savings time like you guys, but we only like an hour, 2 hours if it's your winter.
Don't get me started on daylight saving. I think that's the most stupidest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the point of it. It really is crazy. Anyways, Frank Lampard's commented on for you, Dave. And he says the King of Northumberland is the only fit fella on this show. Wow.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Lampard out.
Lost my vote now.
Luke says Paul has a good heat for radio. Cheeky bugger. Paul just replied to your other vid. Bruce will be out by Thursday. Yeah, well, we'll see. Ferdinand's staying at QPR apparently. We've got Rami coming on for the last part of the show. Good evening, Rami.
Good evening, everyone.
How are you? And where are you coming from tonight?
I'm from Saudi Arabia, and I'm really feeling so good about this Newcastle takeover. Man, I cannot tell you guys how much love we have here for Newcastle now. It's becoming one of Saudi Arabia's top favorite, I believe, European team.
Yeah.
So, we love the team now. It's becoming more and more popular here in Saudi Arabia.
Do you think with the takeover, it's you know, the size of Newcastle United obviously is going to grow in Saudi very, very quickly?
I think I'm cutting off.
No, we can hear you. Oh,
I think we lost him.
Yeah, he might be back.
It sounds like we're the talk of Saudi Arabia, guys, and I'm loving it.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing.
Brilliant.
I mean, for me, is sort of doing this show, getting people on from Saudi and South Africa, and
it's amazing. This
connection.
You know, what an amazing show this has been tonight. Getting so many.
What a week!
You know, what a week.
You do have a huge fan base, though, all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, the channel is absolutely rocketing. It is taking off. So it's absolutely fantastic, and like I said, it's everybody out there who's helping me do it. And Adam will feel the same. His channel's grown, Pete's has grown as well. You know, it's just Jason's just starting off on YouTube and getting there. Give over, man. You're doing well.
We'll get you there.
118 subs at the minute.
Listen, Jason,
you'll get there. You'll get there, Jason. Barry's getting there, really getting there now.
Yeah, we've all been there. Listen, I was on 2,000 subs. What 2 months ago, and I'm hitting 4 nearly. And that's only going to grow, hopefully, if people
you got to start somewhere.
Like the content
and all these subscribers, you got to build them.
Exactly. And Adam, you'll vouch for this. And Peter, it's hard on YouTube to get
It is.
going.
It's not an easy process to do.
You've got to keep your patience. You've got to have a lot of patience.
That's
and
the
just
thing,
keep throwing the videos out, and it will happen eventually, as long as your content's good and people want to watch it. I mean, people
That's the
seem
main
to
thing.
like Adam doing different chants and dancing in front of his camera. You know, and
me spit me drink everywhere.
Yeah, well, yeah. Me falling off my chair, ripping my kneecap open. You know,
John gets
ranting about
aroused by
M6
Bianca Westwood.
Oh my god!
I can't do my special interviews with Steve Bruce anymore now.
Well, you can at the minute. I mean, he could always be part of your show, Jason. You know, asking Steve Bruce for some advice, just with Mr. Cabbagehead. You know, you can always get him on. From Saudi, we say for us, it's all about football. We love the game, and for you, we say patience is the key. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've got a Sheikh live on with me at the minute. I've got a King of Northumberland. I've got a Buddha. I've got somebody with a tea towel on his head. I've had Santa Claus on the show, and I've had some Saudi Arabians on. It's been incredible.
And Simon
what
Cowell.
a fun forum. And I had Simon Cowell sitting up there, yeah. I was just going to give Rami a bit of a chance to come on, but I think he mustn't have a connection because he's not back in the waiting room. But guys, I'm going to have to end the fan forum there. It is 11:05 at night here in the UK. We still have over 230 people watching, which is unbelievable for this time of night over here. But listen, right, I want to say thank you to... my name's terrible. Can anybody pronounce Mr. South Africa? That's what I'm going to call you.
Paul, you actually pronounced it once when you were calling out the names for Fantasy League, and you did it perfectly. It's Cesare.
Cesare.
Good man.
Yes.
There you go, Cesare. Right. Why don't you change your YouTube name to Cesare so I can call you by your proper name instead of This Is Me?
Okay, I'll do that.
There you go. That's a deal. Right.
Okay.
Make sure you get yourself on plenty more fan forums, okay? It's really good to meet you, put a face to the name. So thank you very much. You take care out there.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
See you, Cesare.
Wow, Andrew, thank you very much for being. Your virginity is burst on this channel now, so well done.
Yeah, very much popped. Thanks very much for having us, guys.
That really didn't come out the best way it could have possibly come out. It's late at night, you know what I mean.
First time,
yeah, exactly. Get yourself back on, Andrew. It's on every Tuesday, mate. So
will do. Thanks very much, guys.
All right, you take
See you,
care,
mate.
buddy.
See ya.
Peter, thank you for joining the fan forum tonight as
problem.
well. And I will speak to you soon, my friend.
Got you on Sunday.
Yes, you will indeed. Take it
See
easy,
you,
buddy.
PDP.
Hey, mate.
We've just had some more Saudi Arabian money. 50. What is it, Dave?
Real.
There you go.
Keep asking him for it.
Oh God, why? Well, my memory's gone. Another 50. So thank you very much. Really, really kind. Yeah. Jace, thanks for coming on, buddy.
No worries.
Anything coming up on your channel this week?
I'm going to do my Spurs preview on Thursday. So hopefully it'll be a bit more exciting with him. Hopefully off. If not, he'll feature.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Thank you very much, Jason. Take care, and we'll see you soon, buddy.
Hi, Jason.
Oh, I pressed the button a bit too soon. Sorry, Jason. He's giving us the fingers. He's in the green room giving us the fingers. I'm sorry, mate. I'm trigger happy. I do apologize. Take care, Jason. You know I love you, brother. Don't stick your fingers up at me. That's rude. I'm just. He's going nuts. Anyway, Adam, thanks for coming on, buddy. Anything on your channel coming up this week?
Yes, I'll be trying to do daily uploads, I think, to the weekend just to get the hype going. But in terms of vlogs, obviously Tottenham game on Sunday. As much as Danielle doesn't like, I'll be at the stadium like on Monday for the under 23 match. I mean, times is looking good for Newcastle. But as always, Paul, appreciate it, mate. I'll see you on Sunday. But
I'll speak to you
take
before
care,
that.
everyone else. Thank you for having me on.
Arrange a time to meet up, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, see you on Sunday, mate.
Bye, Adam.
Bye.
Take care. Billy the Buddha, as you know now. Either Billy the Wizard or Billy the Buddha. I don't know which one to call you. It's been a long night, mate. Thanks for coming on, matey, and I'll speak to you soon, brother, and get yourself back on next week.
Absolutely. See you all later.
But I might come calling if Steve Bruce gets sacked though, because we might be doing another celebration stream. Who knows?
And I'm going to be sober, so
Yeah.
I've still got alcohol left.
Yeah, Danielle doesn't go near that stuff now, unfortunately.
No.
Right, take care, Billy. Take care, mate.
Yeah, see you all later. Bye-bye.
And Mr. Harrison, I will see you Sunday. Will you be coming to say
Yes,
hello
I'll be
at some
there
point?
Sunday. Yes, I'm
Brilliant.
going to do a bit with the food bank for a little while. I'll come and see
All
you.
right. Right. And will you be punching me for any particular reason this
No,
Sunday?
no, I might kick your shin this week, Hannah.
All right, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I'll
fair
not.
enough.
I'll not. You know I would.
Right, you take care, mate. Love to dot as well,
Yeah.
Okay?
I will. Yeah.
Bye,
See you
James.
Sunday, guys. See you,
Take care,
Daniel.
mate.
Take care.
So there you go. That is Fan Forum over for another week. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Wow, I didn't think it would last that long tonight, but hey ho, when you start getting fans coming in from all over the world, you know,
What an amazing night, though. What an amazing night.
Brilliant,
It's
isn't
been
it?
great.
Absolutely superb. Thank you to everybody that's watched the show tonight, and thank you to everybody that's super chatted from Saudi, from all around the world. Thank you for your super chats. It means the world. If you have enjoyed the show, like I said, please do smash the like button for me. And also, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please do consider subscribing. We are growing. We're an up-and-coming channel. And obviously, Danielle's going to be co-hosting with me for the future. And really excited and happy about that. Providing she stays sober, of course.
I will.
But thank you very much to everybody who has watched the show tonight. It's been an
And
absolute
big shout
blast.
out to Julie as well. You've done a cracking job tonight.
Yes, I know you've been busy, Julie, by all accounts. So thank you very much again. Absolute star. Like I say, I probably will do a live stream if we get the news that Steve Bruce has been fired. If not, we'll be back on Friday with a match preview. Are you available then, Danielle?
I'm always available.
There you go. There you go. Now that she's off the drink, she's always available.
Now that I'm out of rehab, I'm good.
Thank you so much for watching. Like I say, keep an eye on Twitter, keep an eye on YouTube for any live shows going up, because there probably will be if Steve Bruce gets the bullet. But if not, we'll see you Friday night for the match review for the Tottenham game. In the meantime, have a fantastic rest of the week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Good night.
Bye, everyone. See you later.